I'm buzzing on the side there. Oh, I think
we are live, guys. In spite of all the tech issues that we had trying to get on here, we're not allowed to talk about it though, because Jen's upset.
No, because Jen will go off on a vicious rant where I'll talk about, taking it out in the backyard and hitting it with a baseball bat. That's where I was at, but
I think she's talking about me.
I'm just gonna drink my rum. I'm gonna drink my rum, and I'm gonna be okay.
It was a lot of audio issues, guys. I don't know how it sounds on your end.
We don't sound like hot.
If it sounds terrible, tell her it sounds not that bad. So, so if you're new to this podcast or live stream or whatever we want to call it, we call it Get to Know Gamer, and it is literally nothing but fun and games.
Yep.
And we ask our guests to bring on 10 of the games that would influence them the most throughout their gaming career or lifetime or whatever you want to call it. And our guest this week is Easy Going Gaming. And you know what?
Guys?
Hey, man, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
We're pretty excited to have you on here. I've been watching for a while, and I know Jen has been really pumped about this because I think you two probably have a lot of the same games on this list.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Probably. I was like, oh my God, how fitting is it? And I put it in the title when I was linking everything out there. I was like, how fitting is it that he's coming on in October?
You know what? I hope
spooky month.
I hope your games that you got, she hasn't played any of them.
Well, you know what? I don't know. There might be some.
I know for sure. Yeah, I know for sure there's 2 that we've both played. I don't know about the rest.
Oh.
Okay. It'll be interesting to see.
So,
hell yeah.
All right, guys. This is the time where Mr. Easygoing Gaming. I don't know what to call you other than that. Should I just call you? Do you have a first name?
Man.
Well, you
Brandon?
I don't.
Dude, I'm bad with names.
Scott,
I go by what the little title says here. Like,
Scott doesn't know any of your names. Let's just be honest. Scott doesn't know any
she'll name off names there and stuff, and like I'm finally remembering some.
Like Tom and Lacey is.
Do you nerd?
Okay.
But then with Pac-Man case for fucking like a year there, and she'd say Andy. I'm like, who the fuck is Andy?
All the time.
Retro Wolf.
I'm legally changing my name to Easygoing Gaming. So
there you go.
Awesome.
There you go.
Y'all are good to go.
So Easygoing Gaming. This is the time where we're gonna let you kind of self-promote and let everybody know here in the stream what your channel is all about.
Yeah, man, it's just a easygoing gaming channel on the interwebs. It's not the highest production values or the greatest editing or most flamboyant chops and cuts and this and that, but it's a YouTube gaming channel. If you want to, shoot the shit about games, I'm always down for that. Yeah.
Do you know what? You're like, that's what I appreciate about your channel. I can put that on in the background and listen to it. You have and I've heard people say this in the comments before. I've read it. You have a really easygoing disposition. You're talking about games.
You have a radio voice.
That just sounds mean.
I have a radio face. So I say nothing. I don't even sound good. I got nothing going for me.
But yeah, I can just throw that on and listen to it, and it's awesome. And I don't think I have that sound. I don't people say I listen to Jen because she's got such a great voice. Like, I know I'm high and squeaky.
I zone her out like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, he does.
It's been like 21 years.
He's practicing. He's
21 years.
21 years. I can't even control it. It's like a reflex now. She starts talking. And then 2 minutes later, I'll even wrap myself out and say, I don't know what you just said there because I zoned you out. Just to be like completely like off the wall. If I'm not talking about sex, beer, or pizza, he's not paying attention. So
that makes sense.
Right?
You want to get my attention? Then,
yeah.
So y'all must have been together since y'all were like what, 18?
She was 19.
Yeah.
And I was 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out.
That
means
crazy.
Do the math on that. You know how old I am.
Yeah. Old
That's
as fuck.
wild.
You know what?
That's good though.
Like, I'm not even joking. Scott's legit my best friend. If he's not around, I'm kind of lost.
And I have to say the same thing.
And he has to say the same thing. You jerk. I hate you so much. Divorce tomorrow.
Yes, dear.
That's dope though, dude. It's like seeing y'all's content and chemistry and all that. You can definitely tell that it is like a easygoing friendship within
Oh,
the
yeah.
relationship, which is
With benefits.
but that comes across on the screen, like you were talking about. I think that chemistry between y'all is so organic and natural. So that's definitely super.
I know at first that's pretty much the only thing we had going there, because a lot of the comments in like earlier videos were like they like the banter back and forth,
yeah.
and it's kind of comical or whatever.
Yeah,
that makes
kind
sense.
of kind of our thing, our shtick.
So I was asking you backstage how many games you have, but of course we're gonna let everybody in the chat know right now. Like, how many games did you bring? We tell everybody 10, but
we say 10, but there's no
limit. We've had, I bet you, 60, 70 games before.
Oh,
Phil brought
Easy.
a book bag and probably 2 bags.
No, he did. Like, our friends were our first get to know gamers, and we're like, hey, maybe other people want to do this. And Phil legit brought a duffel bag, and I was like, what the hell? Yeah. I'm like, this is going to be a while.
But it wasn't that long.
It wasn't that bad.
No.
Yeah, I got about 14, so it shouldn't be too long.
Oh, well, then you're good. You're golden. We have a couple people in the chat. Saturday nights are for Retro Rivals. Hey,
thank you.
Dennis said he's actually
Dennis is at work right now, but he put this in early on.
And he's asking, could someone please send me lots of money so I can retire? And then he can be in the chat, or he can be at the table. So
I got you, Dennis.
We'll get rid on that.
Yeah, we'll get rid on that. When this stream hits big, there we'll fucking cash in.
Yeah. Told my wife to make dinner plans early tonight. We have another Bama boy in the hot seat.
Oh.
There you go.
Alabama.
Bama. I don't know why I said Bama, because I know that. And
I had no
Shout
idea.
out to Modane. That is he's a good human for
He
sure.
is a good human.
And Modane's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Oh my God.
We haven't really physically met him in person there, but we've talked a bunch of times, and he's always on the chat there.
Oh yeah.
Supports us 110%.
Yep.
Good guy.
Super cool. Super good guy.
Yep.
Do you know what Gurn's first name is?
Hell no.
Hello, all he says. Mondane saying, how's it going? Patty the Collector.
I love Grinaldino's name.
Yeah.
Because at first I used to call it like Geraldo. It was Grinaldo.
That's not even close.
I
know. Patty the Collector. Hello, everyone. We
got
Patty. Marcus Bolt. Actually, we had a beer earlier.
Yeah,
we had 2 beers earlier.
We had a couple beers with Marcus earlier.
Yeah.
Oh,
we've actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Lives in the area.
And we met him because of the channel. Like, he watched our channel, and he's like, hey, you want to go for a beer sometimes? I'm like, absolutely. Sure. I love beer.
That is dope.
Mondane saying it sounds great, and so is Dan Budget Number. So thank you for lying to us tonight. That's very nice of you. Generation Pixel, how's it going?
Hey, man.
Your hour to impress me before I fall asleep starts now.
Oh.
I'm on go. Let's get it.
There we go. And Sam's in the house. Hey, Sam.
Hey, Sam. How's it going?
What up, Sam?
Retro Mikey, cowabunga, everyone.
Retro Mikey, if you stay in here long enough there, once I finish my drink, I got a special beer mug.
You do have a special beer mug. Yeah. Stuart. And you didn't even guess it.
Me? You wanted me to guess?
Yeah, I told you to guess. I missed this show. Aw. Yeah, well, you're here now. And we haven't been here for a few weeks. Yeah. Generation Pixel, Rob. Everybody's telling you their names so you can remember them.
Guys, I will remember a face for the rest of my life, but I cannot put a name to it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Lightsaber is in the house. Call him Ag.
Lightsaber, buddy. How's it going?
Dude, one? I actually, I whenever y'all said to send me the logo, I completely lost my original logo for YouTube. So I'm like going through the little PixArt app on my phone trying to create something. I was like, maybe just send them Egg.
Well, you know what? I've often wanted to call you Ag, but I was like, I don't know if that works. But it does.
Dude, I'm all for it. I love it.
Lightsaber, do you know Lightsaber's name?
I honestly don't know. Antoine?
Yeah.
Guys, don't test me on this. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna run into people here at a convention somewhere, and I'm gonna call you, but hey, Lightsaber, how's it going? Yeah. I'm not gonna have a clue. And hey, Scott, you asshole. I'm like,
Video gaming with the Professor Joe Casey. What's happening,
hey, man.
gamers and gamettes?
What's going on, brother?
Hank's Retro Room. How's it going, Hank?
What up, brother?
Hank?
Hank, I believe, yeah, Hank supported the channel for a little while.
Nice.
I don't know if I've seen Hank in the chat before. Are you new?
Well, he's probably come on from Egg's channel. And,
Egg's channel.
But we'll have to check out his channel as well, because that's the crazy
new.
thing. We have people on here, and then we're like, oh shit, and all these new channels to check out. Yeah, it's just a big community. We got Mitch in the house. Hey, Mitch.
Hey, Mitch.
What up,
and
buddy?
we have little TT, I think.
Titty?
Stop.
Little Titty.
Little Titty. Not wrong, Little Titty.
So maybe he'll change his name too, like Dan Bunch Numbers did. That was such a catchy name. I'm changing it to that.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Tell me if it's true, if that's supposed to be Little Titty. Because there is there was a Mike Hoff Hertz.
Oh,
so
Mike Hoff.
So if you say it fast enough, my cock hurts.
Mike Hawk hurts.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever see that video? Go ahead.
Yeah.
We didn't realize he'd been in our streams before.
Yeah.
And then we were doing an arcade stream, and Dennis was manning the chat, and
because I would always
he said it fast, and he's like, "Holy fuck!" And that's the day we got it. We're like, "Oh my God, that's the best name ever."
How many times he had been in the stream, and I had fully phonetically pronounced his name out. Mike Hawk hurts. Hey, Mike Hawk hurts. And then he's like, God, when's she gonna get it? I'm like, I'm blind. I maybe no.
That's freaking epic.
Oh.
Did y'all ever see that video of the guy in Congress or whatever? He had that paper and he was reading off the names of the paper, and it was a bunch of my cock hurts. I don't remember all the names, but it was like 8 of them before he got it. It was wild.
Really.
Oh, I need to
awesome
see that. It's on YouTube. Of course,
I'm
it's on
sure.
YouTube.
Yeah,
it's gotta be.
It's gotta be.
Gotta be.
Oh,
all right, before you get too far. Mega Bomb! How's it going, Phil? Just talking about you, buddy.
Modan's telling me to drink because I'm behind on the chat.
You're way behind the chat. All right, it's time for everybody's favorite game of what you playing, what you drinking there, and throw it in the chat. What are you playing this week, and what are you drinking tonight? I'll start it off. I am drinking. I'm starting off with rum. I needed something stronger than beer because we were having tech issues for a little bit, and somebody was stressed out. And what I'm playing right now is the Tales of Arise on the PS5. I'm about 9 hours into it, and I'm really starting to dig it.
Okay, heck yeah, yeah. I put about 15 or 17, something like that, into it, and I had a good time with it as well. I love those damn cutscenes.
They're cool. I'm really digging on, and you know with me with the names, the female character is Shion? Is that her name? Shion?
I completely forgot. I remember the Iron Man.
Yes, I got one. Maybe. Somebody will correct me. Anyway, I thought her character is awesome. They're like, at first she doesn't want to take credit for being a nice person at all this stuff there. But anyway, I showed Jen. I'm like, fuck, I can't wait till somebody cosplays her because it's going to be epic. And then I showed her, and she's like, you know what that reminds me of? She-Ra. Princess of Power. And if you take the long back of her dress off, is the shorter skirt, you're like, damn, it does look like She-Ra, except with like pink hair. There's a lot of similarities there. It's really cool.
You're not supposed to step on the courts.
I don't know if you guys can see that.
Like the shoulder piece and like the bodice piece looks a little She-Ra, Princess of Power to me.
There's maybe some inspiration from it there.
I'm not gonna.
Jen's drinking the same thing. She's drinking some rum because she had to. I mixed it for her.
Yeah, I didn't care.
And what are you playing?
Put some alcohol in my hand. I finished Tormented Souls. I haven't put anything in since then, but I think I'm going to start playing Alan Wake Remastered.
Yeah, I was playing Alan Wake Remastered as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How are you liking it?
It is Remedy they're great at world building, world design, environments, and all that, and lore with the little manuscripts. They're great at that.
Yeah.
But Jesus, the gameplay is rough, rough.
They didn't improve anything.
I think that it's worth checking out, but it gets to a point where there's like 7, 8 enemies coming at you at one time, and the like objective or how you solve that little puzzle is you shine your light at them and then shoot them at the same time until they disappear. And it's a lot going on and it's kind of hard to get it down. But I mean, I think it is worth checking out.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to finish it, but it's worth checking out.
Okay. See, I have such a hard time, and I think we were talking about this before, starting a game and not following through with it. Although there's a few.
As long as I'm enjoying it, I'm gonna power through it.
Yeah.
If I put 8 hours or so into the game and I'm like, I'm just not digging it, I can't force myself to put any more in.
That was the thing that really bummed me out about Alan Wake, is that I put about 4 hours into it, and I know it's only like an 8-hour game, and I was like, man, I'm halfway there, but I was like, this is sucking so bad that I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be a struggle. It'll make the next 4 hours feel like
my name is Riley, just call me Sam. Retro Mikey just wants us to call him asshole. And then I messed up Gern and Generation Pixel's name. They fucked with me and I wasn't paying attention. I'm still a little bit
name, guys.
mixed up with the audio. No, I do know people's names. Stop it. And Lil TT.
At least I'm honest with it.
Thought it was funny.
Hey.
And Ninja Trader liked our VR list. That's awesome.
Hey,
thank you so much.
Thanks. It's
I loved that.
They're dude,
there's so many good ones.
They're that, like I said there in our video, like you like playing scary games, well then play them in a VR.
Oh yeah.
And holy shit. And in here, like if you didn't have a surround sound, like I have a big epic surround sound, like so it fills the room.
There's even speakers over behind the bar.
Like the room is just full of sound, right?
Yeah.
And but if you put headphones on, whoo, you're in the world, man. Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and terrifying.
It's so crazy. I feel like probably a lot of people were in the same boat as me watching that video, because it's weird that there's really not a lot of content geared around anything VR related. So it was just cool to see y'all do that and then touch on horror VR, because I had no idea that like 80% of those games existed.
There are so many good ones. I cannot wait to play both of the Walking Deads all the way through. I'll probably play Onslaught first because it's a little bit more basic and I want to appreciate it for what it is, because I'm afraid if I play Saints and Sinners all the way through and then go back to Onslaught, then I'll be like, it's good, but it's not quite as good as this. But that's a lot more complex. Saints and Sinners is like the buttons and everything. Like you got a lot. You're literally
there's a lot going on.
Pulling a backpack off your back. You're going through your notebook. Like you look like you're physically doing all that stuff because you're pulling your gun and bullets. It's crazy.
You have like, I don't know what's this. I'm assuming it's an 8-shooter or what, 8-shot, like the old time gun. You have to like, yeah, I know. You gotta like get the, I don't know what it's called, the thing you load the
barrel.
It's not the barrel.
Not the barrel.
Yeah. Anyway, and you have to physically with the other.
We don't own guns.
The other motion controller, one at a time, bullet.
Yeah.
And you got zombies bearing down on you. You're like, oh shit, oh shit.
It's a lot.
Yeah, that sounds, but that sounds so immersive, man. That sounds like something you actually are like thinking about while you're doing and all that.
You are, and then you can turn all the way around. Like you're seeing things behind you.
Zombies walk up to you. You can literally grab them by the throat and then take the knife out and stab them in the head with the other arm. It's cool.
It's crazy.
Or shoot them, whatever. I was shooting them there for a long time.
And Alex is trying to ruin our life, and he doesn't want an Oculus Quest 2 now for Christmas, because I was thinking I could play that if he got it, but so I might just have to get it for myself.
Well, what's the deal with Half-Life Alyx? Is that only available on one type of VR machine and not the other?
It might be, because not everything that's available on the Oculus you'll be able to get on the PSVR, but it seems like the opposite. You get a way more on the Oculus Quest 2 than you do on the PSVR.
Okay. Yeah, because I wanted to play Half-Life Alyx, and then I remember people talking about all these different barriers of entry, and I'm like, I don't know. I'll wait until I can get it somewhere that makes sense.
Yeah. And if you have any aspirations to get the PSVR or waiting for 2, you can actually... Like they have them on Amazon and you can pay for them, or you can just send away to Sony and say, hey, I got a PlayStation VR. I want to play it on my PS5. Send me the adapter for free, please. And they'll send you the adapter for free.
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't. It's not like easily. It's not common knowledge. We stumbled across it from somebody. I don't know if somebody told us. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But it's so easy. She just went online and like click, click, click. And I think you have to give the serial number on your VR, and then you send away, and it was here quick. It was within the week. I swear.
They pay the shipping. They pay everything.
Yeah, it's free, completely free. You just have to go, take the time, click, go.
It's so weird that people why would that not be a known thing? That makes it so much more accessible to everybody. You would think they'd be marketing the hell out of that.
There's people that are selling them on Amazon. I don't know if they got rid of their VR and they're like, well, I might as well get $30 for this thing.
Sell that for $30.
And
wow.
Yeah, I'm like, why would you pay for that? You can get it for free.
We were lucky because we got a used VR, but it was obviously he never put in for the because you have to use the serial number, right?
Yep. So we got lucky. Wow. I should go through the chat before Mondane makes me drink again. People are telling us what they're playing and what they're drinking.
Nice.
Metroid Dread, obviously, and drinking water.
I don't have Metroid Dread yet.
Not yet.
I will tell you what, though, it's looking real damn
good.
Yeah. I was hoping to hold out.
We wanted it.
I got Tales of Arise.
Yeah.
And she got Alan Wake remastered. So we're like, oh, fuck, how much money do we want to spend here?
Exactly.
Then I bought a heavy hitter for today, so I spent some money there.
Heck yeah. What'd you get? Or are you trying to save it for a pickups video?
No, I'll tell you.
Oh yeah.
No,
we'll put it in a pickups video.
We'll put it in a pickups video anyway. But I got a Wii game. I got Pandora's Tower.
Yeah.
Do you know it? It's like
I don't.
I sent the picture to my buddy over in Sweden, and he's like, "Fuck, that's like $100 game over here."
I'm like, it is here too.
You too. Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad says drinking water, do you see that does to cars? It rusts it. So my dad doesn't drink water.
Sounds like your dad.
Yeah. What were you saying?
You said is it like something related to JRPG on the Wii?
Yeah. I think it's very much. I don't know what style. I don't think it's like turn-based, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
I have like 3 heavy hitters I was after for the Wii to get in my collection earlier on. One's The Last Story, another one's Fragile Dreams, and Pandora's Tower. And I stopped into one of our local gaming places. Fucking fly buzzing here. And I looked around, and then on my second sweep through, because she was talking to one of the workers, and it was kind of tucked in behind something. I took it out, and I'm like, I looked at him. I'm like, hey. He's like, oh yeah. I said, is somebody kind of claimed this and tucked it away, or because I know I'm kind of behind the counter at this point.
Well, he told us we could go behind the counter when we go in. So.
Yeah, so he's just come around. So I put out, anybody yet? I was like, oh no, I don't think so. You now. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Maybe Travis had it tucked away for something.
You might have.
Too bad.
Don't let people behind the counter.
Yeah. I have no knowledge of the Wii, so I have nothing to I don't own a single Wii game. I've never owned a Wii in my life. That's one that I completely missed out on.
Well, there's a lot of shovelware.
There's a lot of shovelware.
You're not.
But we don't have a huge collection.
No.
We probably have 25 games.
Yeah.
And I want to go and I want to get the games that look good. They're like one of the games comes to mind is Pirates Plunder. We had a blast playing that. That's a 4-player game, very similar to Castle Crashers, but harder, way harder. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that the Wii is backwards compatible with the GameCube, right?
Their earlier models, yeah.
Yeah.
The one I got, I went and got a Wii, one of the ones that are backwards compatible with the GameCube, and I modded it. And I don't know if anybody in the chat knows Denver Gamer. Go check out his channel because he does great mod videos. So I've got a hard drive on there, and I just rip all my games right to my hard drive. So I have all the library right there.
All our backups.
Then I have all the backups. I have all the backups for Super Nintendo, all the backups for Nintendo.
We're swimming out.
I've got a lot of games on that thing.
Yeah, that's like the OG Xbox, man. How easy it was to mod that.
Oh yeah,
that became a one-stop shop for a lot of people. They had all their stuff on that back in the day.
I know. So, I still have to do mine. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, we had one, and then the clock capacitor went. So
yeah, I did have one at one point. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that clock capacitor. This was before I really got hardcore into collecting.
yeah,
And I didn't realize that was going to happen. And I went to turn it on one day and it didn't turn on.
turn
Oh.
on.
I have such little knowledge. Go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead.
I was gonna say I have such little knowledge of anything tech related on modding or anything like that. So
Well,
I
I'm
haven't
not too
done it
great
either.
with tech either. So.
I have to go on YouTube. I have to find a very good video that almost has to hold my hand through it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Generation Pixel is playing Far Cry 6, Eternal Darkness, and Coke. I think the drink. I think it's the drink.
Heck yeah.
Mitch started Last of Us 2 and drinking a flavored water, gave up the booze.
Oh,
yeah.
Good for
There
you.
you go.
I'm so excited you're playing Last of Us 2. I can't wait to hear what you say then. Whiskey Sours and Metroid Dread.
Whoa,
Oh, nice.
That's a combination.
Yeah. How goes the RPG gaming?
I'm assuming you're talking to me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
jeez, I'm down a rabbit hole there hard.
You are.
Because that one I play, Skies of
Arcadia.
Skies of Arcadia,
Yeah.
man. I loved that game.
You
I watched the video.
Has it been 2 months since I finished it? I don't
No,
know.
I
Anyway,
don't know.
I'm getting like the itch, and I'm like, after Tales of Arise, I'm like really thinking about grabbing a Final Fantasy VII, the older one.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
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 I need to
played
try it
the
too.
remake.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
I played the
I haven't
remake and
played-
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't played either one of them, so I need.
well,
I
that's my
know
plan. Is I
need
want to play both of them here early in the next year. I'm thinking Tales of Arise is going to really push me close to the end of the year because my work gets real busy here.
Yes.
In November. But I work
Gets
for the
crazy.
post office, so. it
And then
gets
everybody
crazy.
wants their mail on time. Or whatever.
Yeah, I
Everybody
can't
wants their
imagine.
gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely some Final Fantasy VII remake vibes with Tales of. I think Final
I've
Fantasy
heard
VII
that.
plays a little bit better, but it's got some similar vibes there. So if you're liking
Yeah.
that combat, I'm sure you'll like
Yeah.
FF7 remake.
Yeah.
That's good. We have Gurn is playing Back for Blood, drinking cherry Pepsi. And
Cherry
Retro
Pepsi.
Mikey 78 just finished Paranormal Activity an hour ago on stream. Well, I saw that you were streaming it, but I
Ooh.
was about ready to, like I said,
It was total chaos.
it was
here.
chaos.
Yeah.
Rum and root beer, you should try it.
Whoa. Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't you buy sort of that?
you can buy
like-
them already mixed here
Yeah.
in Canada. I don't know where you are, but yeah, there's companies that make them already like that in a can. And,
Ouch. No alcohol. I'm on painkillers and I'm off work because I busted my shoulder up. That's
oh,
not good.
dude. You know, alcohol's a pretty good painkiller,
Not
though.
with pain meds.
That's only a suggestion.
No, don't even listen to him. He's not a doctor.
No, I'm not.
Doesn't even play one on TV. Currently playing Mario.
I'll play doctor with you, though.
Take all your clothes off. My foot hurts. Take all your clothes off.
Yeah, to do a physical.
Yeah. Currently playing Mario 64 and I'm about to rage quit on it. Yes.
The original or the one on the Switch?
Either one, it doesn't matter. Just quit it. That was one of the games I did quit.
There's lots of games that I missed out, especially in the Nintendo era there, because when I went from Genesis to PlayStation,
Yeah.
so I missed out on all that stuff. So now going back, some of those games don't age well, especially the N64, and that controller is really hard to get used to, guys.
Yeah.
You know,
The fifth gen in general, the PS1, Nintendo 64. I don't know. I guess, they tried to go into the more 3D realm, and I get it. That's the obvious step they had to make. But boy, it's hard to go back to them after playing the friggin' Last of Us 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what though? But like I love retro games. I love retro games. I'll get an itch, and there's like a certain style for every almost decade. You know what I mean? I'll get an itch where I want to play like an original Xbox game, or I want to play like a PlayStation 1 game. You know what I mean? You can almost, if I throw a game on the screen, you almost can guess which decade it came from, which generation.
Based on the sound?
Sounds and gameplay. Like certain generations, like they were heavy into certain style of games too, it's that, yeah. Like,
for sure.
Yeah, I'll get an itch there and I'm like, I want to play some PS2 and I'll go look. And see
I do the same thing with PS4.
It's weird how it goes. like even NES, SNES, all that stuff, a lot of it you can pop in today and it's like, oh, this aged really well. But something in that fifth gen area.
I know.
I mean, you know, they're going for something brand new that'd never been done before.
They were breaking ground. Yeah.
They were breaking ground.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I need? And I think I was saying this to Marcus today. I said, because we talked, I think we're talking about that. The N64. I said, I think I need that one game that I can get into and like really get into it and play it all the way through. And I'm like, oh yeah. Because I had that on my Dreamcast with Skies of Arcadia. Now I'm like, oh shit, what else can I get on Dreamcast, right?
Exactly.
I'm not an N64 guy by any means, but and this isn't really one of those games that's going to push you into a whole new realm or whatever. But have you ever played WWF No Mercy?
He said the same thing. He legit.
I'm gonna say the same thing to you that I said to him. Is that I'm the SmackDown guy from PS2 generation, which I think there's a lot of the same developers went up that way.
I swear you're gonna knock that over.
I'm not gonna knock it over. Anyway, but for me I started in that. To take a step back and play N64 when I never played it in its prime is like, it's I find it clunky. Maybe I just need to play.
Maybe you just need to play it
with 4 or 5 guys or whatever. It's probably 4 guys on the N64. See the PS2 ones, you could play. I do believe 6 guys in the room with the multi-tap.
And
multi-tap had 5, and then you had the other port. I'm pretty sure there's at least one of the SmackDown games you could play 6 in all the ring there. It was awesome, and we did that. We had like big game nights where it's just a fucking brawl.
In our old house, the very first day we moved in for his birthday, and his birthday was not quite here yet. We moved in February. I got him a new sound system, like big speakers, the whole 9 yards, and he had a bunch of guys over, and they played wrestling until the wee hours of the morning, and I'm sure our neighbors were like,
the sun came up on
great, this is what moved in.
Oh, it was it was blasting there. Like it was awesome. Those nights, I miss those nights.
And you're talking about that classic era of wrestling where they had they still had that dude doing all the intro music. I forget his name. I forget his name, but
I don't know
all that great entrance music. Stone Cold's theme
still
song
the Attitude Era back then, right? So it's just fantastic. Oh, that's so yeah. I know. I have to go back. I think I have an NWO one on the N64 that I put in and played for a hot minute there just by myself here. But I think I got to get in with a group of guys and have like a drinking beer and fucking fighting night.
Can I play 2? No. Shut up. Okay, I'm going to get through this chat really fast because it's really far behind. Alan Lake. Nice. Drinking some Bullfrogs, PGA, and lime jello mix. What is that?
Is that
an Alabama thing?
Never heard of it.
I'm not a huge drinker. When I go drink, I just grab whatever everyone else is grabbing. I'm like, this will do. Just get me blacked out.
Got alcohol? Sounds good.
Playing Cyberpunk to get some gameplay video. Fire Emblem 3, Kingdoms, Hot Wheels Unleashed. I saw that. And Orcs Must Die 3.
Yeah, now that I'm like, Fire Emblem 3 is a pricey motherfucker, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's on the GameCube. I do believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong.
You're always wrong.
Yeah, it's a pricey mother. I might have a buddy though that has a copy of it, and I can probably rip it to my Wii.
Always the move.
Backing it
Benji's
up.
Garage Game Room, drinking Weller's Green Label. Today I played some Double Dragon 1, 2, and 3. And Operation Wolf.
Atta boy. Whoa. Love the Double Dragons, especially number 2. I think there's a bunch of them there with Captain Algebra. We're supposed to try No Death Run. I don't know. I don't think he put the video out yet. Did they? Did I miss that?
With what?
With Double Dragon 2. They were trying to do no death runs. You know how they had like a competition amongst themselves?
Maybe.
And I said, I'm like, I'm really looking forward to seeing this. He's like, well, you got to get in on it. And I was still playing Skies of Arcadia. So I'm deep in here.
360.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a good one.
Fun.
Yeah.
Let me see. About ready to eat some sushi and keep grinding on Metroid. Nice. You guys made me buy the Walking Dead games.
Sorry.
And that's why we're here. Oh, Lord. I'm going to get through this. I swear I will.
I'm not even close.
I know. Oh, shit. Okay.
It's time for the first game.
Yada, yada, yada. You guys played games. I'm sorry to everybody I missed.
By the way, shout out to Far Cry 6. I've been playing that as well. It's
nice.
Yeah.
First game. Let's go with an obvious one. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead Redemption 2. You know what?
Oh, Lord Zabalba's in
I
the
haven't
house.
played the Red Deads yet.
Hi, Lord Zabalba. Sorry.
It's in the backlog.
I played a little bit of the first one way back in the day, and I just jumped straight to Red Dead 2 when it came out.
Don't miss anything?
I don't think so. I knew the story, you know, like I had heard about the story and all that, so I kind of knew, I had context of what was going on. But Red Dead Redemption 2 is just, it's a freaking masterpiece, man. Like, whenever I think of what is the greatest game of all time, it's definitely, it's somewhere in that.
It's in the conversation.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Just,
I would like it.
Oh, you'd love it.
Oh, I should play that maybe next before Alan Wake.
Quit giving her PS4 games to play.
It's Days Gone on steroids.
Oh, I love Days Gone.
Yeah, it's
on
Days Gone
steroids.
On steroids. Yeah, dude. It's. I mean, no offense to Days Gone. Days Gone. I love Days Gone too, but it's.
Yeah.
This is 3 or 4 notches ahead of that.
Oh,
but yeah, and it just does it by like every moment that you're in Red Dead Redemption 2. It's like something's going on. There's those moments in Days Gone where you're like, okay, I'm just driving to my next waypoint, which you do that in Red Dead Redemption 2 as well. But it's like, oh, I see that house off in the distance. I wonder what's in there. And it's never like every time you see something in this game.
Good.
anytime you see something in Red Dead Redemption 2, it's like, oh, okay, there's actually something for me to go in here, explore, find some money, an item, whatever.
Yeah.
And it rewards you for exploring. And it's unbelievable.
Nice.
I think I would really enjoy it.
Can I ask how long it takes to go through that game?
I put about 70 hours into it.
Okay.
It's not. I'm not a platinum hunter guy or whatever.
No, I'm not a trophy hunter at all. No, I'm in it for the story.
Yeah, that's me too. But I still went out and like you can go hunt the wildlife and shit, and they give you rewards for doing that. And there's like this big old bear you can go and kill, and you can go fishing, and there's fun mini games with that. It's just there's so much in there. It's one of those ones where you're 40 hours in, and you're like, oh, I'm probably 15, 20 hours in. It really sucks you in and
goes
just
fast.
Okay.
Yeah, by the time you're 70 hours in, you're like, oh, this might have been a 40-hour experience, but you've spent 30 hours friggin' fishing for a damn special fish.
Maybe I'm going to ask a really stupid question. Is that a PS4 or PlayStation exclusive?
No.
Well, then why because you said, great, she's going to take my PlayStation. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's on Xbox. I'm pretty sure we have it on Xbox. Maybe I'm making shit up.
No,
well, then I just get it on Xbox because the Xbox got booted upstairs.
I have this weird
because we have the Xbox
talent of like, if I have something in my hand, I see the cover and I put it in my collection, I almost guarantee you I know what's in my collection.
It's
almost. I do fuck up once in a while.
Photographic memory.
It does.
But I can't remember her name to save life.
No.
I remember the face though. I'm like, hey, you, how's it going?
67's in the house too, by the way.
Hey man, how's it going?
And I'm Brett. Oh, good evening. How are y'all doing?
Good evening.
Good, Brett. How you doing, man?
Trying to see if I missed anybody else. I know I missed everybody's comments, but I hate missing somebody coming into the chat and being like, not even knowing you're here. I feel bad. All right.
Yeah, you like to click on the new people.
Yes, and at least like pop up something. Oh, see? Chris James T, 85. Hey, everybody. How's it going? I'm going to screw up your name. Ulysses, someone. Eras, playing Kenna and Magician Lord on my Neo Geo. Oh, cool.
Oh.
Also playing some T2 on my arcade machine.
Oh, nice. You're hardcore, man.
Nice.
I can't say I've never seen a Neo Geo. I have. They're just expensive as hell. And if I were to pick up the Neo Geo, it would take me forever to get 10 games. Like you don't see them around here. Oh, bye. We're on now.
Bye, Felicia.
You got tired of us there.
Fuck this shit. I'm out.
Well, it's a good time for you to catch up on the
I think
chat.
it was just fixing some stuff, and then he popped out by mistake. But he's got the link, so he'll come back in. I have full faith in that. Yeah, Mountain MGTOW was saying, do you want to tell us about his horrible experience playing Final Fantasy VII for the first time? Really? I renamed Cloud as Zack because I thought he looked more like a Zack. I was so confused with the story.
Don't run it from me. I haven't played it.
Maybe you'll rename him Zack too. There can only be one. Is that?
Oh my God, Zack and Miri make a porno.
Make a porno. If I can mention it, then I do it.
Yeah. Oh, he changed his mind. Changed his mind. He was like, I'm here. Nope.
Fuck it. She's still there. I'm not going back. I'm not doing this. Currently playing Final Fantasy VII Remake as well. Really enjoying it and have been a fan of the original game. Having been a fan of the original game.
Nice. Like I said, I have plans there for the new year to play both. I don't know if I go crazy and do them back to back. I don't know if that would ruin the experience of one or the other. But I would probably play the old one first, retro first.
Don't worry about it.
Dude,
I'm gonna
tech
break
issues,
this damn
man.
phone.
I think you went to adjust it and then you clicked out by mistake.
No, I just seen your thumb there for a while. Like, oh, he's gone.
I got a phone call and I clicked to decline it real quick, and damn, I guess it started lagging or whatever. And so I tried to reboot it, and then so I just exited out and jumped back in. My bad, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my God, don't worry
problem.
I tried to put it on airplane mode, and then everything just started crashing. So I was like, okay, I guess I can't. Oh, damn airplane mode.
I don't think it would be an us stream if there wasn't some issues. I think that's part of the charm. Guys, doesn't it? That's part of the charm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. If I'm gonna be on anything, it's gonna be a world of fucking issues. For sure. I apologize.
I'll be right there with you. Oh my God. Okay, Dan Bunch Numbers finally got it. Egg equals easy going gaming. Finally got it.
You know what? I only just got it right now, so. You
know how they have those memes? How old were you when you found out this? And you're like, today old. That's what I found out. That was Scott and Dan Bunch of Numbers.
He got it before me though.
He did. He filled you in. You should have been like, yeah, dummy.
Yeah. Such an idiot.
Oh, I'm stoked here soon. I will be getting a TurboGrafx 16, doing a trade for. Oh, nice. Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, sir.
We finally
got my extension.
We got the cords.
Yeah.
We got the cords.
I need an extension cord for my controller.
Yeah, because we're too fucking old to sit on the floor and play games.
Oh, I can't sit on the floor. Fuck that.
You'll die.
Oh, hell no.
Don't do that shit.
Dude, you could probably still get away with it there. Not me.
Hell no. I'm an ancient human. To be 26 years old, I'm an ancient human. My back is always in knots. It's ridiculous. I'm barely athletic enough to pick up a damn cord. It's horrible. Horrible.
Just call yourself an old soul.
Old soul, yeah. You sound more intelligent there.
I'm an old soul.
Yeah.
Oh, Megabomb's telling us to play the original first.
That's the way I'm playing it. Now, I want Jen to play both of them too. I may have to twist her arm.
I will do it.
PS1
Can you play it on PS4?
Jen,
just
yes, I think you can. I think you can.
I think so.
I think you can.
Well,
anyway, I bought you fucking Switch game there.
No.
Yes, I did.
You blamed that on me.
Yes, I bought that.
So then we have to go back in the tape, in the recording, and you said, I bought that for you because you counted that against me. You gave me half a point for that.
I bought that for you.
Do you hear yourself saying you bought it?
For you.
I bought that.
For you.
So much right now.
Gotta get my wife a gift once in a while. Fuck. You had a birthday at some point this year.
No. So for Christmas, I can get an Oculus Quest too. All right, let's do a second game before.
Second game?
Or I have to sleep on the couch. My back can't do it, boys.
I'll go ahead and give this one a shout out to, because I know Jen will be on board with me here. I think, Scott, you as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But I played mine on the PS3.
Yeah, me too. But I just brought that copy because I saw it sitting there. Yeah, man, there. No explanation really needs to be had there. It's probably the best story in the history of video games.
I think that game probably falls in almost everybody's top 10 or so somewhere. Like a large majority of the people that have played it. You know, that game is fantastic. Funny story about it.
Wait. Jen, do you ever get mad? You don't live with me.
I'm not allowed to say.
I get like, I go on an anxiety level of 10 and then watch out because if something won't work my way, then I'm like, yep, there's no calming me down. You can't tell me to like, just do it later. I'm like, it won't be fucking fixed later. I need to do it now. Stop it. No. And Samantha said she hates to repeat her comment, but I need Scott to know he cost me a lot of money. I bought Skies of Arcadia from Retro because of him.
Welcome. Welcome. I can't wait to talk to you about it.
That guy seems really easy.
Let me tell my funny story. Let me tell you my story there about the Last of Us. Last of Us can probably get credited for my 1,200 games in here. Because I was like really just dabbling in the retro games. Was collecting a lot of stuff like on the Genesis and Nintendo and stuff I can play co-op with my son. And then I used to work with Dennis. And one night we're on a night shift and we're doing like a stupid fucking idiot job and you have to entertain yourself. So we're talking about games that we've played. And I hadn't had a PS3. I went from the PS2 to a 360 and then on. Yeah. So I missed out on that game. He's like, you never played that game? Dude, you gotta play that. You gotta get a PS3. So I got a PS3 after the PS4 was already out. Yep. And I bought one for $20 that was broken. Gambled on the fact that I think I can fix it. And I did fix it. It still works. And then I bought that game digitally. I don't buy games digitally anymore, and we played through it and we fucking fell in love with that game so much. And we had a great experience that it just kept rolling after that, you know? Yeah. I got to play it for the first time last. You played it on the PS4. I played it on the PS4. I got to play it for the first time last May. Was it? I played it in May. You're gonna get a tattoo of like PS4 here. Yeah, right there. No, right over my heart. on your ass or something, probably. But I played it for the first time because I wanted to get it out of the way so I could play The Last of Us 2. Yes, you did both back to back. Oh, so wow. How was that? Oh my God. It's like one big story. It was one great big story. So epic. I loved it. How connected were you to Joel? Like, was it a heartbreaking moment for you, or were you I get it? It definitely was. Everybody, I didn't know anything about it because when the spoilers came out online, I was like, whoa, I don't want to ruin this for me because I think we had already pre-ordered it, right? Yeah. That was a game there that I pre-ordered on day one. I'm like, fuck you guys on YouTube. I'm not watching your shit there. I got to play this game for myself. I don't want to know. And then we played it, and was it like a couple hours into it? And we're like, no. I looked at Jen and was like, he's going to fucking die. They're going to fight. They're going to kill him off. Oh, and she's like, no fucking way. No fucking way. I was very upset about it. And I'm like, no, I feel like this really didn't happen. He's coming back. But I wasn't so like, that's it. I'm done. I don't understand that. You go from that, I'm devastated. I lost, like somebody that you know. Yeah. Well, you feel like, and then you went to in revenge mode. I'm going to fucking kill that bitch. Now, I almost did want to quit. That was your motivation. I almost did want to quit when we got to Abby's story because I was like, no way am I playing another half of this game. She did. Her. She was hardcore against it. I'm like, no, let's just keep going. Let's keep going. And then because what happened is I played through the game and she watched first time around, and then she literally played right after me. Oh, she put a lot of fucking time in there in a couple of weeks. Like, you would be playing a day,
And then when he would go to work that day, I would play during the night to catch up to him.
Yeah.
So
she wouldn't go past the point of where
because I wanted to
was.
experience it together, because that's how we experienced the first one. We watched it together. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
I warmed up to Abby way faster than
you did.
Because of the fighting style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's full Rambo.
Fucking core.
So good. So good. Yeah. I'm kind of in the same boat. Like when I got to Abby, I was just like, oh my God. Not to just shit on The Last of Us 2. I think it's an excellent, maybe one of the best made games in terms of gameplay design and shit like that. And just like the way the character reacts to like small details going on in the world, like when the rain's falling off their jackets and shit. It's just ridiculous. But there was a point where I, when I got to Abby, where I was like, yeah, I don't know. Even if maybe this should have been part 3 altogether. It felt like, okay, this is long. This is really long compared to the first.
Yeah. I felt like that at the end when you get to that last fight scene. I'm like, game's done. And then there's like, it felt like there was a couple hours after this.
But if they had left it on a cliffhanger, there would have been people that would have had an outrage.
Oh, yeah.
But
you have to
if you think about the first one was somewhat left on a cliffhanger as well, though.
You
know what I mean?
That's true.
So
yeah. That's true.
I heard a lot of people before The Last of Us 2 came out where they were like, I don't know if this story even needs to be expanded on, because it's kind of left up to your own interpretation. What happens at the end there, like what's going to happen going forward. But I do think that 2 has its reason, and I think it has its place. But I wonder now, like part 3, where in the hell do you go with that? How do you create anything out of what they left behind there?
I know. I almost think they need to follow Abby and what's his name?
I don't remember the kid's name.
Lev.
Yeah,
it is Lev.
I almost want to know what happens with Lev. I would like a DLC of Tommy's story side of the coin.
If they could do that,
that would make me happy.
Launch of, I don't even know if they are making a third one.
I don't know.
Is there anything in the rumor?
I'm very excited right now for the. I don't know who's.
They could leave it
is.
at just the 2 games, and I would be happy.
I'm excited for the show.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the show, and I wasn't so sure about the actor, but then we started watching The Mandalorian because we didn't have Disney Plus for a while, and we started watching The Mandalorian. We're not done yet, but I'm like, yep, he could totally
hold up.
Yeah, I think he can.
I don't know a lot about that dude.
I don't either.
I'm still so far behind on The Mandalorian. I've watched like the first season, but I haven't caught up on anything else. Is he in The Force Awakens? Is he like one of the pilots in the main Star Wars movies?
I've watched them all, but I couldn't tell you. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I like them all, and I've watched them all.
Dennis could tell us if he was
Now, the only ones that I've watched multiple times are the original 3. And after that, I can say I've seen them all.
Mikey.
But,
yes, there was a part 3, and they announced it was the finale.
Oh.
And he's also saying he still hasn't seen this glass. Where's this mug?
All right.
You gotta go get it.
I'll be right
you
back.
Get me something, too. I don't even care what.
I'll get you something.
Okay, give me a Rattler. You get me a Rattler.
Yeah, that's so strange
to
me.
True.
Like they left that.
It was.
They left that.
I think
second game.
No, I didn't.
With every character in that game being so kind of like morally bankrupt. You know what I mean?
I know.
At the end of that, I was like, Ellie sucks, Abby sucks, everyone sucks. That was kind of my takeaway at the end. I was like, what the hell? Who do I care about going forward? But
like missing all these fingers, can't play her guitar anymore. Fucking
dark,
no
man.
wife, no child. Like just like, so I guess I'll die now. Like
I swear. I think that was it Dina? Was that Ellie's
Dina
lady's name?
Yeah,
she was the only character in that whole game that I was like, okay, this is a normal human.
I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah.
But didn't the lady that was the, I don't know what you
she was only the she was only
just the model, right?
The model for it. She wasn't the voice actor for Dina.
There was her own YouTube channel.
She had her own YouTube channel of her playing Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
So
I think I saw that.
Yeah, the model for her, not the voice actor, because they're 2 different people. I feel like the voice actor for her was, oh God,
was it Ashley Birch?
I'm not sure. I thought she was on Raising Hope. Or I might be making shit up. Like,
Probably.
honestly, I might be making shit up, but I can't even. I could try to find it.
Sure. I know. I friggin' that Ashley Birch lady, the lady who voiced Aloy from Horizon.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
Amazing.
Jesus.
I pre-ordered that game. I don't like to we don't always get brand new games, but I find more recently it's going that way because we've collected everything we want retro, that we're like, well, now we want more games and they have to be new games.
I feel like that's one of those memes. I don't always do it, but when I do, I spend a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Mikey.
No.
Here's the glass there. All right. I don't know if you can see it from there.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Yeah.
It was
That's
holding pens in our cupboard, and I'm like, why is that holding
Because
pens?
I have to wash it by hand. The dishwasher will destroy that thing.
Yeah, you have to wash that by
Wash
hand.
all that silver right off it. And it'll just be maybe a ninja. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, we'll say fuck all.
Nothing.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we have a couple more comments here. Let me see.
See?
The stages of grief in Last of Us 2. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really what it feels like. It's like, oh, okay, I've accepted this. Bam, something bad happens again.
Yeah.
They really knew how to play on your emotions there
Yeah.
through the whole thing.
Well,
Like, I can't remember a game that has made me go
ever
like
make you
just
feel
go
like
up
that.
and down and just a roller coaster.
I remember watching a E3 interview with, like, it might have been Neil Druckmann. I'm not sure. It was a while back,
Yeah.
like 2018, 2019. And they were saying some wild shit in that interview. They were saying stuff like the whole entire game is about hopelessness and despair and all that. I'm like, okay, yeah, you executed flawlessly on that.
All right.
Yeah.
I believe you. Yeah, I can totally see that. Cronin Can saying, I did the same. I played it when it launched, but quit for 6 months when I had to play as Abby, LOL. And as you do.
You know, that's a tough pill to swallow.
It is.
Yep.
But she is boss. She is a beast. If you want to feel beast mode, I just didn't like that she didn't have shivs. That she didn't have.
She didn't fucking need them.
Like with
Jen was absolutely blown away because I would purposely walk in there barehanded and let's fucking go, and I would just beat the shit out of a few of them there.
Because
Like,
that's not my play style.
oh, it was so fucking awesome. Like, talk about getting your aggression out.
Yes, dude.
That's
I mean, like, she was throwing haymakers, man. That shit was wild.
Yeah,
it was wild.
I know lots of people have heard me say this before, but I like to Rambo that shit there, and that was what I like. Or just go in and just feel like you're laying some hurt on people.
Oh yeah. Somebody asked us earlier, and I didn't. And they asked about the Vita if we play for the collect for the Vita, and it's hella expensive. And I almost bought a game today because of Retro Wolf, although he doesn't ship to Canada. So I almost bought it on eBay, but then I heard it wasn't great. Silent Hill Book of Memories, that it's not a Silent Hill game. It's not the same.
I've heard that too.
Yeah, so I was like, maybe it's best that I don't. And I talked myself out of buying the game.
I couldn't believe that she didn't buy the damn thing.
I know, I was pretty impressed with myself, but then he spent the money.
I could justify spending money on what I spent.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Sam, that's what made me think of that. Sam saying, since I'm moving, I will likely play handheld stuff a lot more like the Vita and would love to review it once I'm moved.
Oh, yeah. I definitely like to see that. That
would stress me out immensely, just having to move our game room. Like,
oh my god,
we have to move stuff in here because we're getting new windows next week, and Scott's stressed out as it is.
Well, I got to move a bunch of shit off the walls, or watch people like a hawk.
I absolutely love playing The Last of Us Part 2 and how good the gun and combat is. Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
it's so good. The gameplay's so good.
Oh, it's so good. The Last of Us 2, along with God of War, are my two favorite games of the last generation. Really good games. I loved Horizon
Jen hasn't
Zero
played
Dawn.
the God of War yet. I told
her
her she would like it, and I know she would.
Well, I wanted to start at the beginning, so I played the first God of War. Yeah. The Last of Us Part 2 never happened.
I'm kind of almost in that boat a little. I respect it so much in terms of the gameplay and all that I'm just like, you know what, it's a good game, but story wise, I'm just like, oh man,
it's
please
hard
just
to
tell me that never happened.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How cool.
Wakes up and it was a dream.
How cool would it be, though, to come out with a part 3 of like an alternate like path where he doesn't trust Abby and he doesn't help her and he gets this vibe. I don't know.
He's just like,
fuck this bitch.
Yeah, exactly. That would be. And people would play it too. They're like, he's coming back? Okay. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait for the show. I'm so excited. I hope they do it justice.
Yeah,
he was in WW84 too. Oh, okay. The guy that's going to be in The Last of Us. I keep wanting to call it Walking Dead. Kind of. Last of Us Part 2 was a phenomenal game with a poorly directed story. It's a tough
100%.
It's a tough story.
It's tough.
Back in the day gamer. What's happening, you two? Hey, how's it going?
Back in the day gamer, hey man.
What were you saying? Sorry.
Oh, I 100% agree with that.
You guys, I just watched a video back in the game day. Playing I always get them mixed up. Is it Ghouls and Ghosts or is it Ghosts and Goblins? I think it's Ghouls and Ghosts. I don't know what system he was playing on, but he got right to the end and they fucking died. He just like defeated, and I was like, no. Oh man. It's a fucking hard game.
Vanilla Ice approves of that bug.
Thank you.
Did that Go Ninja right?
Go Ninja,
yeah.
go.
Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, I could talk all night. about The Last of Us 2, but we'll probably have to move on. Don't get Book of Memories. Then I made a good choice. Night y'all, egg done good. Peace out, Pixel. Oh man.
All right, let's pull out another game.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Let's go. I'm gonna show some love to some mid-2000 sports games. I don't think they get enough credit.
They don't.
NBA Live 2006. I played this to death with my buddies.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we were all basketball kids growing up. All played basketball and all that. So it was the basketball game out at the time. I can't sit here and say like, oh yeah, go back and play NBA Live 06. Wouldn't really recommend that, but we just played it so much because it was the game.
It's the nostalgia. It's the time you had
like that
with your friends.
Yeah.
But you guys play Super Mega Baseball every time Dennis is over. You just want to play.
We're into a season there. We're like, all right, we're gonna play a season. It's not like a full season. I think we did like maybe 80 something games or whatever. Like,
but you love it.
Oh, we have a blast.
They have so much fun. And Dennis will try to guess how far the ball.
We hit a home run. He's calling it.
He's like
432, and he actually guessed one dead on last time. Oh, I know one. I know he was close a bunch of times, but he nailed one like dead on there one time. We're all like, holy shit.
That is crazy. Yeah, I play, dude. I still pick up and play damn near all the NBA games to play through the association modes with my buddies. We'll do fantasy drafts and go like 5 years into that shit and downloading the new draft rosters and all that.
Yeah.
It's an obsession. And those NBA 2K games of late, actually the newest one's not that bad, but for about a 5-year run there, they were kind of dog shit and they were still getting my money. So I don't love
You just
that.
drink. You just drink to make up the gap.
That's all sports games. They don't really change a whole lot. Like I play all my hockey stuff. Dennis is big into the baseball stuff. Like,
what happened, man?
Big retro show.
Basically, I'm just with hockey now. I'm paying for a roster update for fuck's sakes. Like they're not doing anything new. Yeah.
I swear to God, dude. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly get through these. ESPN NFL 2K5.
Cool.
I still think you can pick this up today, and in my opinion, it's still the best playing football game in the world.
Oh, nice!
Really?
To this day, it's ridiculous. Madden ended up buying the rights to NFL simulation games after ESPN NFL 2K5. They're like, "Fuck this! We're not competing with this anymore. We're getting the exclusive rights to this. We don't want to have any problems with that." So,
and it's probably one of those games you can go to wherever you pick up your games and then be like, how much that one? Like, just take it. It's yours.
Yeah. $1.
Yeah.
For sure, dude. It's so cheap still, so affordable. You have like a ESPN Sports Center after every week when you get through playing your game or whatever.
Cool.
That's cool.
And Chris Berman was the, bigwig at the time, and he'll actually like put on a live performance with the gameplay that you like. Say you were playing a buddy or whatever, and you broke for a 70-yard touchdown. It'll play that on the weekly recap. It's wild.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
That sounds awesome.
I don't think it's ever happened again in any NFL game since then. Like where they do
Really?
a full rundown of a sports center with your actual gameplay. It's really impressive. It still plays really good. It's a
Nice.
hell of a game.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sure some people did that with hockey. I know they did during.
Well, we're
lockdown.
Canadian there, so you know we're big in hockey. We like our baseball. Now I think probably the kids are playing a lot of basketball stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, y'all just
football,
won
I
the
don't know.
ring.
Yeah.
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 The Raptors just won in 2019, so I'm sure
Yeah.
Canada's kind of booming right now.
Oh shit! We were so excited last year as hockey fans. We were like, Montreal's gonna do it, and then they didn't. And we were like, crying in our beer.
So y'all are
Yeah.
big hockey fans.
We watched it on the edge of our
brainwashed
seat.
right out of the womb there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex, you already know the
got
team.
into
They
it.
already know the team you're gonna have to cheer for. So there's
Like
no
if you're
options.
religious at all, they take you to the church and they bless you and they like be a Montreal Canadian.
Wrap you in the jersey.
Yeah, they wrap you in the jersey. Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't have a choice.
It's the same thing with Alabama football down here.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. It's hardcore. It's like a religion there.
Really. It is. And if people will like fight about it.
Oh, fuck yes.
Like in your family, you have one person that likes.
I have two. Like everybody's
a Montreal
fan, except for two of them are Toronto
Jack.
fans. I think Jack's
Jack and like
he was Calgary for a while, but I think he might still like. Anyway.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
You're like, I can't even talk to you. I can't believe we're related. Yeah.
With Alabama, they have Alabama and Auburn. That's the two Alabama colleges. They go out every year, and if you're at a party or whatever with an Alabama fan, an Auburn fan, and they're a little tipsy, it can get rough. So I feel you 100%.
I just want to be at that party and be like, let's wait for something fun
high
to
school
happen.
was like there was a lot of shit talking every fucking day there because there's always hockey playing right there. We'd shit talk the teachers. Or like, your fucking team lost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
Definitely. I did wild. Say it, but you missed it.
What?
Big Retro's in the house. Big
Retro.
How's it going?
What's up, y'all?
And then Mountain, and I'm just gonna say Mountain.
Mountain Man.
Mountain, bunch of letters. Mountain, bunch of letters. Dan, bunch of numbers. Mountain, bunch of letters. Okay. Have you guys ever tried Base Wars on Nintendo? Robot fighting baseball with RPG elements. Well, shit.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't think I've ever played it. NES days. It's unique. I was bases loaded too. We used to play like seasons, and we used to, and my uncles we'd play against each other, and it was quite the thing there in the household. My two uncles would be playing, and they'd always get those sidearm pictures, and it would be a fucking like scoreless game going right into the ninth there, and you're like, holy shit.
Patty goes between NHL and Madden all the time.
Oh.
Yeah. What were we gonna say?
Yeah. It's wild how I know a lot of people with their shooters and shit like that. That's kind of their competitive experience with friends. We really were never shooter kids growing up. Like we played one every now and then, but our main thing was we would get competitive as hell on sports. And one more quick shout out: SmackDown versus Raw 2006.
Attaboy.
Sports game. We played the hell out of those games. They had like a GM mode, draft your roster, set up storylines and all that shit. Played the hell out of it.
I used to make you can create your own characters. I used to have I'd fill a memory card full of them.
You can create Scott on any game. Try it. It works. He is
easy
to create. I don't know what it is, but
bald, red beard.
It's Scott or a leprechaun.
Yeah.
One of
these. That basis low Super Mega Baseball, the one we're playing now, we created all. We got Dennis, we got Jen, we got me. And then Dennis is like making me and like, all right, bald, red beard, kind of chubby. Holy fuck, it looks like Scott. Yeah. I was like, it's too easy.
And then I have never said this out loud, but I'm playing and I was like, I don't know who created my character. My ass looks fat. So thanks a lot, guys.
That's just all of them. You can't just ass.
Okay. So. Then I got upset and wrote in my diary for nothing. Like seriously, I don't have a diary. I'm a blonde. No, I don't.
blog.
You used to be into weightlifting real big, weren't you, Scott?
My younger days. Yeah. I'm starting to get back into it a little bit now. I had so many injuries there for a long time, but since I switched jobs, the body's healing, and I have high cholesterol, and I need to work out, and I'm not much of a runner because I'm chubby as fuck. There,
you used to run.
I used to run, but now I'm fucking crippled. So now I stand in one place and I pick up things and I put them down.
Wait, I'm pretty sure he was trying to run away from me because I was pregnant at the time. He was really into running.
I ran about fucking 50 kilometers every week there.
I run far enough, I'll run right away.
I was just hoping to tire myself out to sleep through a fucking snoring.
It was epic, guys. I snored like a chainsaw. I know this is probably...
You're like, oh, just put earplugs in. No.
If I could
shook
screen
the
share,
bed snoring.
If I could screen share without it fucking up my computer, I would show you. I was a solid 200 pounds at my last weigh-in, and it was like Scott's like, oh shit, this is what it is now. And like,
yeah,
I was,
you know what?
I comfort ate the shit of that pregnancy. It was special.
There was lots of times where I wasn't the one looking for sex. That's the nicest way I can put
it. And that, if the dude is the one staying, what is it, absent?
Yeah.
How the hell do you say that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know.
If the dude is the one turning down sex, that's that's a rarity. So yeah, man, that it's so freaking crazy to me how like a chick will get up to 200 pounds, her normal weight will be 130, whatever, and like within 2 months that shit's gone. The all that 200 pounds is just back to 130.
Like 40 pounds in a month.
It was ridiculous.
It was fucking ridiculous.
It was crazy. I had so much water weight on me too. Like my face looked like a balloon. And I'm sure I was in the delivery room. I'm sure your thought, oh shit, she looks like her brother now. And nobody wants that.
Well, I definitely didn't.
Not that my brother's he didn't want me to look like a dude. You know? He didn't want that. But yeah, he was very sweet the entire pregnancy, and I remember asking him probably 9 months
glowing. You look beautiful.
9 months postpartum. I'm like, I was looking at pictures.
She's going for a second serving there. Like I was like a big working out guy. I was working out hard. I eat big back then, and she was eating twice of what I was eating. I'm like, oh, you're going for seconds. Oh, okay.
A lot of seconds. Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
But I remember being 9 months postpartum, and I had lost all the weight. That was my goal. I was like, at 9 months, I want to be. You put 9 months to take it up. Put it on. You should take 9 months to take it off. So I did. I did a lot of P90X.
Is that what you're doing? I know you were biking there.
P90X, biking, running, all that good stuff. And I was looking at pictures like, oh my God, was I really that big? And Scott's like, no, just your face and your ass and your legs and your back. And I'm like, so everywhere. He's like, yeah, but you don't say that to a pregnant woman.
You don't say that.
Okay.
No.
Nope. It's wild, dude. I ballooned up over the quarantine to like 280. I'm naturally about I'm 6'3". I'm a bigger dude, so I'm about 240, 250. I ballooned up to 280, just eating like a damn animal, man. I don't know.
I think everybody did.
Well, yeah, I was stuck in the house for like a month, and
I was too.
Comfort food.
Holy
fuck.
See, the only reason I think I didn't was because I spent, you can't see it now, but I spent most of my quarantine painting. So if I had a paintbrush in my hand, I couldn't have a fork, right? So, and I developed a coffee addiction. So that was that.
Those paintings are fucking nuts.
Oh,
that shit
I love
so
doing
good,
it.
Dude.
Do you know what? I have one more painting left to do for Scott because we got a mini split put in, so it kind of took up some painting space.
Yeah, we lost.
Very excited.
She's excited there. I'm like, well, I lost 3 paintings.
But I'm not looking to make any money. I would love to just paint for my friends on YouTube and send them a painting.
Well,
and here's your painting.
We're gonna send Denver Gamer one here in the new year
because he sent us
he sent me shit
crazy amount of games. So yeah, I like. Plus, it pushes me to learn different things. So if you guys ask me like, hey, could you paint this? Then I get to paint it. Where I know Scott likes certain things, so somebody might ask me for something different, and it's just cool. It's cool to be able, and then to think,
yeah, I like cool stuff.
My paintings in Denver, my paintings in Alabama, my paintings here. That's neat to me to know that they're all over the world.
You want to tell people what the last painting is?
One Punch Man. Yeah.
Do you know? Okay. It's anime.
Yeah.
I don't follow a lot of anime, but I know I've seen. I think there's a video game of it, so I've seen the character.
Yes, there is.
Yes,
there is.
Yeah.
But, fuck, man. There's 2 seasons of it. Me and my son love it. It's just the weird humor that's
the corniest shit ever.
It's corny as hell.
Hell yeah. I'd like to get into anime, man. I don't watch TV, movies. I don't
hit and miss.
Any of it.
Yeah, it's hit and miss. I watched some stuff there on Netflix. I think one was called Demon Slayer. I fucking loved that one. That was really good. And I think I have one on the go. Well, there's a couple that are more of like martial arts based. So it's just the craziest fighting, you can imagine, because they can do it in anime, right? So they can do shit that you can't do in like movies and stuff. And one's Baki, and they actually
you say Baki, and I think Belky from Perfect Strangers.
No,
but that's
Baki. Do the dance of joy. But yeah, Baki, and then there was another one I can't remember the name of it. But I fucking love those things. I just love martial arts fighting.
Yeah.
I
think that's why you like this one.
I know that this isn't the damn Dragon Ball Z is not like what adults don't watch that. I don't think. But I watched the hell out of that as a kid. I watched it on Hulu.
If you're a man, you still watch cartoons. I know that because I have 2 here, and they watch cartoons constantly.
Oh, we watched the new Transformers there on Netflix. It's fucking awesome.
I shouldn't say that. I'm sure girls watch cartoons too, but
just not good ones.
Dude, I went back and watched Dragon Ball Z like 3 years ago. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I know that I'd like anime. I just need to like really commit to that shit.
Yeah. I if you're going to start anywhere, start with One Punch Man, because I watched one episode of it. I often get kicked out of the room because that's dad and son time. Like, even when he was little, he's like, why are you here? Could you leave, please?
This would be like a 3-year-old. Mom, leave.
Yeah. He's like, leave. You're not welcome. I'm like, thanks. I just birthed you and gained 70 pounds to have you. I didn't have to, but
no, you didn't have to. But you're an overachiever. Overachiever.
Did it? Did what I had to do. Right? So, but I would get.
And so did I.
On that note, Winnipeg Jets are better, Scott and Jen. At least it's a Canadian team.
I was, what was it, 2 or 3 seasons ago? Winnipeg. I was like all in on Winnipeg. I was like, fuck, they're going. They've got the team. I was telling Jen, I was like, they got the fucking team. They're going. And then I think they got eliminated in the first or second round. I was just, and not my team. And I was just like, fuck. How long has it been since Canada won a cup, man? Holy shit. Well, I know, but I don't know because I'm a Habs fan there. But you know how long it's been since Canada has won a Stanley Cup? It's 1993.
And that was Montreal.
Yep, that was Montreal.
Because remember, I was 13, and that was like a big day in junior high. Everybody was very excited. Except if
since we're like a big hockey nation there, like not be able to win the fucking cup, right? Oh, holy shit.
Yeah, that's y'all's MO, man. It's crazy.
It pretty much is.
I just want a Canadian team. Like, I don't care if it's the Leafs. I don't give a fuck if it's the Jets. I don't care if it's Vancouver. Like I don't even think Montreal's going to make the playoffs this year. No. Yeah.
Y'all have to, man. That's your claim to fame. You gotta win hockey.
Gotta win one.
Like, you know what's crazy? We have a hockey town thing. And Miramichi, where we're both, well, you're kind of Miramichi adjacent, but I'm from Miramichi, and Miramichi won Hockey Town one year. And this is like a little teeny tiny baby city. That was Renew's last time, but Hockey Town, they won the first Hockey Town. I'm pretty sure Miramichi did. But Renew's
just making up shit.
Kind of were close to where Scott's from, won it 1 year.
Kind of. I could fucking walk. I've hitchhiked.
You're from Blackville.
Yes, but Renew's, I literally hitchhiked drunk there from the dances at high school there. Like, I've walked that shit before.
You have. Gavin saying, "Hey everybody, what's up?"
How's it going?
I'm just gonna make up my own things.
What's up, dude?
How's everybody tonight? And he's got a bunch of numbers too. So we're gonna get Gavin to change
bunch
his
of
name
numbers.
to Gavin. 2 of the same numbers. What else? Just call me Mountain. That's awesome.
There you go.
I'm probably really easy to make too in create mode. Yeah, you would be. Jen, do you have any girlfriends like you that I could date? I think I might be an anomaly because we keep trying to figure out who could come to the game room and play games. I'm like, I just want a chick that can hang out with us. And I don't know. Like, I'm sure they're out there. Sam, just come to Moncton and hang out with us. But
it's tough, man. I don't know what it is, but it's like I even if I know a girl is into games, I never really think to bring it up. I don't know if that's misogynistic or some shit, but I don't know why.
I think
people are blown away when they find out how much gaming she does. They're like,
oh, I love it.
They're like, went to a chiropractor one time. He got on that conversation. He was like, "What the fuck?" He started naming off games, and he said, "Oh yeah, I play that. Oh yeah, I do that too. Yeah."
Yeah, he was like, "You don't look like you can play. You play games." I'm like, I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or an insult. I don't know what that is. But
yeah, because I think it's the same thing there too with me. It's like I don't really want to like force any, like if someone tells me they're into video games, unless they kind of initiate that conversation, because it's actually more with anybody really. I don't just go off and start this. It's like if you want to talk about it and you initiate that conversation, I'm in the same boat. Play a part.
Yep.
Oh yeah. My sister-in-law is not a gamer at all, and she's my best friend. And I will hear birds chirp when I talk to her. Like if I go on a tangent about YouTube or gaming, I've lost
written all over her face, but she's
okay. This is how I feel when Tony talks about disc golf or this, and like if you could change subject immediately, if not sooner, that would be great. So yeah. Bachelor's Fridge.
Bachelor's Fridge. Yeah. Hey, buddy, how's it going?
He said he picked a weird spot to tune into. He's not sure if we're talking about a pregnancy simulator. No, this is real life.
Yeah, there's no guy would buy that game. I'll tell you right now.
That's like sounds like the worst Sims game ever. Just like popping out.
That's a great thing. Oh fuck!
It's
the guys at the.
Go ahead.
What were you saying? I was just gonna say the guys at the bar. In that game, the girls pregnant, the guys at the bar are running.
Yeah, running. It's insane how many simulator games there are out there. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a damn pregnancy simulator game.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
Oh come on, that can't be.
I know. I watched his video today. He was talking about different simulators.
If they ever make one in VR,
John Riggs,
that would scare me for life.
Oh my god!
Yeah, just every guy in the fucking chat just went, "Oh."
Well, Randy was telling us other stuff you could do in VR. He's like, "Don't watch porn in VR.
It's weird."
That's what he told us when we bought our VR. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. People are going to be so desensitized. It's going to be sad, man. 10 years from now, no one's going to ever physically touch anyone ever again.
No, you won't need to. You just go to the doctor. They'll get you pregnant. You'll come back and
Gonna have a bunch of bang robots there. Yeah, use bang instead of the other word. Keep it classy.
Trying to keep it classy. Maybe a painting and a trade for a game. I could do that. I like games. A little bit. Not a lot.
Well, that.
Scott loves strawberry shortcake. Do you love strawberry shortcake? The game?
Is there a game? Talking about the cartoon? I have no idea what this is about.
We got so far behind in the chat. I'm going to drink, Mondane.
Is that when we were talking about anime?
Oh, Alex, what's up? You picked a good time to come into the chat.
Oh, yeah.
That's our son. He's 14. He knows stuff, I'm sure. I had to talk with him.
It's like porn on the VR. Oculus Quest, please.
He goes to public school?
He does. He knows. It's fine.
Oh, yeah. I know what I thought I knew at 14.
Yeah. At 10 years old, it was a wrap. There was no reeling you in. If you go to public school, there's no reeling you in. By 10 years old, you're done.
No. We're not private school parents. We don't We're spending money on
Do
games.
I look like I can afford private school with all these fucking games? Like, really?
He's doing great in public school.
Fucking YouTube bum with a fucking game collection.
Can I pay you in games this month?
There's an experience to be had in public school that's I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Do what the hell you're gonna do. I know some places, if you live in certain areas, it's like, hey, I'd rather do private school, I'd rather do homeschool, whatever. That's fine. But like, man, something about public school and just learning the world at such an early age.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
you get used to how life's gonna kick you in the dick, and it's like,
Yep.
It is what it is.
Big time. Yeah.
Dads and Lads is in the house. Him and his son's gaming is hilarious. I just have to say that.
Yeah.
He's got one that really goes off the rails, and it's hilarious. But I think even if you can go to college for a semester, and then if you have to drop out, you do what you gotta do. But that's an experience. Staying on campus, staying in residence. I did that, and I don't know if I ever told anybody the story. So my parents are dropping me off at college. It would have been
I've heard this story.
a 4.5, 5 hour drive away. So my mom was a little bit nervous. My dad was probably excited I would be out of the house. And I was staying in a residence called Tower. And it was a really, really big, tall building. And the girls' floor was the very top floor. And there was a big banner across the front of the building that said, guys like it on top, but the girls like it better. And that's what my parents dropped me off to. And
yeah.
So like, here we go.
Yeah.
Bye. You can't get away with that stuff now. That was, I think it was 99. That was 1999. You can't get away with that in 2021. It just won't fly.
The 90s were a wild era. Wild era.
There was no snowflakes in the 90s.
Zero.
No.
Zero.
Yeah.
Mainstream media, Hollywood. You know what Hollywood comedies are like now?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Jesus Christ! In the 90s, like almost every damn comedy that was coming out was legitimately funny. I haven't seen a funny comedy probably since like the early 2000s.
So
I know
they're handcuffed really bad. There are still some really good comics, but it's the cancel culture.
Oh my god! Well, people are getting in shit for things they did in the 90s, and you're like, the bar was here, but you can't raise the bar to here and expect me to get in trouble for what I did here. You can't go back
and watch shit from 10 years ago and hold me up to the same standards of
no,
now. Like,
exactly. It's a completely different world.
Yeah, it's so I still think that there's really, really solid stand-up comedy. I'm a huge stand-up comedy fan. Huge.
Same.
Like Mark Norman. I don't know if you guys saw that. He put out a free special on Netflix. So freaking good.
Who is that?
Mark Norman.
Mark Norman.
I don't think I'm
gonna have to look it up.
We like guys like
so good.
Bert Kreischer.
I love Bert Kreischer.
Oh my god.
Dude,
I don't know who I like more, him or Tom Segura, because honestly, I keep going back and forth. Oh, Bert Kreischer though, like just take that shirt off and like bear it all to the world.
You'd want to party with Bert.
You would.
If you want like life advice, you absolutely want that from Tom. For sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Bert Kreischer's a wreck. I love it. I'm a fucking wreck too.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought I heard Bert Kreischer's college experience is the movie.
With Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
It's loosely based on that.
Yes, I heard that too.
Van Wilder.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was loosely based on that, but yeah, obviously.
I think that there was like a Rolling Stone article that like coined Bert as like the #1 party kid in America for college kids. And I think that the writer for Van Wilder or whatever like got a hold of that, read about it, and they ran with it.
We're gonna make a movie about the machine. That's what we're gonna do.
The machine.
The machine.
Dude,
I can watch anything Bert Kreischer. Did you watch The Cabin?
Great. Yes.
Oh, Bobby, I love The Cabin.
Oh my god, Bobby Lee when they get on that rug naked together. Dude, that is so fucking funny. That's ridiculously funny.
Bobby Lee has no, it doesn't matter. He'll do anything. I think he'll do anything. And I love it.
So good. He's so good. They said that,
no, you didn't. Wait, I'm
just yelling at.
I went to high school with Ryan Reynolds. I
Come
almost punched him
on.
when we got in an argument.
Come on.
Seriously?
I'll
That'd
punch
be
fucking
super
Canada's sweetheart. What?
Maybe he wasn't Canada's sweetheart back then. Maybe it's all a ruse.
No, he probably wasn't.
Yeah, that's a story. If that is true, that is a hell of a freaking story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, there's a clip on YouTube from the Two Bears One Cave podcast
Yeah.
where Tom finds out that Bert is drinking a fucking gallon of Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid, yes. And he fucking loses. He's crying. He's laughing so hard.
And
Yeah.
Bert is just going on like, yeah, it's my morning drink. This is
He
my
drinks
Kool-Aid.
like 2 of them a day or
And
something.
like nobody else has ever heard of Kool-Aid. But
Oh
he's
my
like,
god, dude.
Kool-Aid. Fuck, I watched that and lost my mind.
Yeah.
And they were just laughing. And I was laughing.
It's
and
the
everybody was laughing.
contagious laughter between the
Dude.
two of them.
And there's one moment right before the laughter just goes crazy where Tom goes, "What kind is it?" And Bert goes, "Red."
Yes.
Like cherry's a flavor,
Yeah.
red is not
Red.
a flavor.
Oh
Like
my
I have
God,
3-year-olds at my daycare that I'm like, what shape do you think is in this? And they're like pink. And I'm like, that's not a shape. But Bert Kreischer apparently didn't have that daycare experience where they, just told him that
flavor is
red
this?
was not a flavor. It's cherry.
So funny.
I love that. I could watch that.
Man.
Do you like Joe Rogan's stand-up?
He's had a couple of fucking really good ones, but then some of his old ones were. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rogan had the one where he fucks the stool and he's saying
Yes.
if Brock Lesnar ever like ran up on him and be like and he does the whole that is absolutely hilarious. He has a special from I think 2005. It's not really like belly laughing funny, but it's super poignant. It's
Yeah.
he has some good stuff. Rogan kind of gets shit on for not being like super funny. And I think he is more like a better observational comedian than he is necessarily a punchline comedian. But he's got some good shit.
He's got some good chops.
He did a routine where he was talking about the difference between cats and dogs, and I absolutely fucking was into it.
That one was good.
I haven't seen that.
Oh my!
Oh, I did see that.
Oh my fuck! Yeah. He's like, if you put a hamster on the fucking floor there and you tell the dog, don't you fucking touch that. He's like, okay. And then the cat, like, I'm gonna fucking kill it. like, don't watch Joe Rogan. I don't do it justice at all there. No. I was laughing my ass.
That's on his Netflix special, right? I believe
it was. Yeah, yes. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
People are like loving the 80s and the 90s in the chat.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Know your audience there, right?
Yeah, right.
Well, if you go look at our analytics, it's like 99% fucking middle-aged guys.
High school.
Yeah. Same with me.
Yeah.
Jay Pinkman. Hey, how's it going?
How's it going?
We're just talking about we wish it was the 90s.
Living in the past.
Living in the past.
All right.
Is my audio coming back in through y'all's end without me having the headphones in?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay,
very little.
Okay.
Let's get into a game before I go empty my bladder.
All right, yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, that got weird.
Did it cut out?
No, you're echoey.
Hold on. Oh, I know what happened. I got you.
It's like you got 2 on the go or something.
So, Jen, I heard you will offer paintings for games. I will.
All right, I gotta go ahead and do my bladder. I'm gonna pee my pants.
My stats are 90% male, 10% female.
It's the 10% that's sexy.
Hey, is it still echoey?
A little bit.
Shit. Let's see.
You know what game I'm talking about? Oh, I know. Do you know what, Mondane? Do you know what we picked up? And Scott, I was like, Mondane said he would trade that game for this game that we picked up. Let me see if I can find it really fast. But then Scott's like, no, I want to keep it. And it's complete.
Is this any better?
A little echoey, staticky still.
Shit. Hold on.
Okay. Yes, Sam does have a gaming channel, and you should definitely check it out. Are you doing anything special on Halloween? I am toying with the idea of possibly playing a PSVR game because I think that would be hilarious for you guys. Maybe not so much for me. Because I get really scared when I play them, and it becomes a whole entire thing. Either I'm moving too slowly so you'll get bored, or I'm getting really scared and you're going to laugh at me. Which is, the second part's fine. So I would probably motivate myself to like move quickly to give you guys better laughs. Or I would make beer do the job. Monday, no. Oh, please stream your VR horror. I think we have to. I honestly think we have to. Egg, I think the mic changed when you changed earphones. It might have. Yeah, it might have switched over. I'm early in my YouTube journey. Hey, don't sell yourself short. You're doing really, really good. Yes, please do. Well, I think we have to now. Oh my shit.
So what?
I got my 3D dot for about $10. Got super lucky. We almost picked it up for $5, and I was like, I don't know what this game's about, so we didn't get it.
I honestly talked myself out of it.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Fuck.
It's all good. I got beer.
Yeah.
No.
You're in a cave.
They think the mic changed when you changed earphones.
Probably. That makes sense.
That it could have changed. I got to keep them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Going for number 2?
You entertain the people. They think that I should live stream a VR game.
Oh.
I
know exactly which one she should live stream.
I'm a fucking idiot. Is audio okay now?
Dude. Yeah, it does. I think it sounds good.
Jesus
I might
Christ.
be wrong.
I had the fucking thing connected to Bluetooth, and I don't have anything in my ears. I'm like, hey, why can't I hear y'all? I should get a fucking check. This is incredible how stupid I can.
You're cutting in and out a little bit.
Am I?
That might clear up though. Anyway, Jen's game that she should live stream should be Resident Evil Biohazard.
VR?
Because yes.
Yeah.
We've played it multiple times. Well, she hasn't. She's played it, but she's never finished it in like regular mode. It's there's a video on our channel here. I don't know what it's called exactly, but she was playing Resident Evil Biohazard and screamed her fucking face off there. Like when Mia comes up the stairs and fucking lunges at you, she lost her fucking mind. It was awesome,
dude. That moment is friggin' terrifying. Just regular. I can't.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. I never got to that point when I played in VR. I played for about I don't know. I felt like 45 minutes, but it's hard to judge. And I only got to the part with the garage with the father, and he rips the top of the car off and all that stuff there. But I never got to the part with the stairs, and it was so freaky when you open up the door and you take like one step in and you can hear the breathing. You're like, what the fuck? And you're like, no, close that door. Go back, walk around the fucking house a little bit more. You're like, well, fuck, that's where I have to go.
What am I playing?
Biohazard.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Like I got all Acadian there for a second. All French.
Colise.
Oh, Bella. No, thank you.
Tabarnak.
I would watch a live stream. Oh. Sam, you don't even play scary games, and you said you wouldn't even play.
People just watch.
Jen showed me the 3D dot game here. I did. Just to be a bitch.
Oh!
There are many horror games coming out lately. You are right. And I want all of them.
Oh, we do have one on pre-order. There is a House of Ash.
House of Ashes, yeah.
The House of Ashes there. Yeah, we're all over that.
Yeah, I'll be checking that out too. I just picked up In Sound Mind. Have y'all heard of that?
No.
What is it?
In Sound Mind on the PS5.
Oh, now she's gonna go order it. Thanks.
I'm just gonna check it out.
Yeah, I've played about 2 hours of it. First hour or so is really solid. after that kind of burns a little bit, but it may be worth checking out on a sale.
Ooh.
On a sale,
On,
dear.
on a sale then.
I think it was like $40 US, so like 900 Canada.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, that's your math is
You
correct.
have to sell more than your paintings for that.
I know my soul. I'd sell your soul, but it doesn't exist.
Oh fuck.
We've decided. The
abuse I take.
Yeah, whatever. The abuse you give.
Did we get into a game yet? I know I had mentioned it before. I had to go relieve myself.
Batman Arkham Asylum. I got the trilogy.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, Arkham Asylum, dude. That
I played that for the first time this year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you?
Well, because like I said, I never owned a PS3 before.
Right.
So yeah. What's that?
How was it?
I liked it, except for the last fight.
Okay.
With the Joker, I thought that was stupid. I was like,
okay.
I didn't like the last fight there. Kind of, it tainted. I'm not gonna say tainted. I shouldn't have said it. I'm gonna start something now, but yeah, it kind of spoiled the whole experience of the game. It was really good right up until that. I was really liking it there, and I was like, this is kind of stupid.
Sorry, I lost
I just
you
didn't
guys.
like it there. I don't mean to like shit on
We were
it
talking
there,
about Fatal Frame Blackwater, and Emily wants to play. What is this? We all want to know. I guess it's scary. Sorry. I like cut you guys all off, but I just got excited. Emily Wants to Play has quite the jump scares.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, same
Which one?
here. Tate-tacular.
What are we talking about?
Emily Wants to Play.
That's the name of the game? I thought it was like a wife or something that wants to play. I'm like, okay. What does she want to play?
Oh, it's a survival horror game created by indie developer Sean Hitchcock. The game was released for Microsoft Windows, OS X on January. PlayStation 4.
Oh.
It's on PlayStation 4. It's on the Rift.
You're costing me money, guys.
Okay, Sam, I'll buy it.
It's
Done.
on the PS4?
Apparently.
For a physical copy?
Is it a PEGI game or
Oh.
is it NTSC or?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, if it's physical, I'll check that shit out too. Good shout out.
So, all right,
Yes.
now the Arkham series. Have you played any more of them other than Arkham Asylum?
Yeah, I played City. I played all of them, but for me, that first one was just, I don't know, kind of like that Metroidvania sort of aspect of it. You know, it's all enclosed in on you. You're having to kind of go to the Devil's Playground and deal with each enemy in their own territory. I like something more about that than the other ones.
The Scarecrow stuff was really cool. I liked it. The Killer Croc stuff, not big fan of that level. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you remember that one?
When you have to go down into the sewer?
Sewer, yeah. It's like more of a quick time event stuff there where you have to avoid.
That was kind of a thing of that era where it was just like that's what was going to happen in any of those big AAA action adventure games. They were going to throw in their damn quick time events, and it got tired really quick.
Yeah. Now I keep hearing almost everybody say that Arkham City is the best. So,
I hear that.
And by everybody, do you mean Dennis?
No, pretty much everybody.
Okay.
Everybody that
because he was
see
big
in the
on
chat
those
and
ones.
stuff. Yeah, Dennis is the one that convinced me to play them there because he's like big. He's like, all the combat's fucking amazing stuff there. So
yeah, well, I imagine I haven't played through Arkham Asylum in a couple years, but I imagine it by today's standards it might be a little bit, kind of generic because it created that whole quick counter combat where it's just you see the coming, you press triangle, wrap up their arm, throw them, spin into the next enemy. That shit was never that wasn't invented until that game. So
I know I wasn't a big fan of the combat because of that.
Oh, really?
There wasn't enough of a mix. I felt like the only way I could be effective is to wait for the punch and counter. Whereas I like to go in, rambo this thing to hell, counter here and there to make it really like, some awesome stuff there. But it felt slow to me.
To be fair,
but I only played it this year.
To be fair, he played Spider-Man and loved it.
I love Spider-Man.
Right? And then he tried to play that after that. So
And Dennis warned me. He's like, I'm afraid you're not going to like it because it's not going to hold up. And I'm like, well, obviously, but
yeah.
Well,
The Arkham game on the Wii is fun. You guys played that?
no.
Batman
On the Wii U, no.
No?
No.
Oh,
Say
weird.
Wii. Say Wii U. Read it.
Sorry.
yeah, I haven't played that.
Are you cutting in and out? Because, like, when you talk and we cutting you out? I don't know if
I switched off my AirPods and it might have been fucking shit up. It went down to 20%. Can you hear me okay now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think we just have to take turns talking there. That's happened more than once.
I don't do that well.
My bad.
Heavy Metal 666. Easygoing Gaming. I like this guy. I'm subscribing to him. And you all should. If you're not, you definitely should. Definitely.
Dude, definitely should.
I feel like that is a topic us three could discuss ad nauseum. Metal. I know. Obviously.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know y'all are big fans.
I'm a metalhead for sure.
Yeah.
First and foremost, yeah.
Yeah, me too. Well, I like everything, but I'd say metal and hard rock are for sure my go-to genres for sure.
I'm in there with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
See, my mom tried to corrupt me with country music when I was younger. And I was like, nah. Because my cousin lived down the lane and she listened to rock. And I was like, yeah. So
Yeah.
I couldn't be corrupted.
I love country. I really like a lot of shit. But
a lot of everything?
Yeah. But, man, when you really just life, it kicks you in the balls, and heavy metal is there to help you. It is.
It's
really. I got into, I would say probably like the later years of high school for me, so like 2012ish, and I really got into metal then, and I've just stuck with it ever since. I mean, I liked it growing up, but when I was growing up, it was more. Metal, it wasn't like Metallica put out the Black Album in like 91 or whatever. So
somewhere around there.
Yeah, so they were kind of into that load reload era where they were doing a little bit more ish stuff.
I'm not a big fan of the reload, and like from there on, they have their hits here and there.
Yes.
But like Black Album and back are like almost everything's good. But after that, it's hit and miss.
Yeah. Master of Puppets, the whole album is perfect. Legitimate.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Our song is actually, well, it's not a Metallica song, but they remade it, but they covered it. They covered it. They did a so much better job because I heard that one first. But it's Whiskey in the Jar.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah. But if you hear the OG version of Whiskey in the Jar by the band that first did it, you're like, it's not even the same song. Their cover is completely different.
The same thing with Turn the Page, man. They killed it.
Yeah.
They killed that. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was growing up and it was more like the new metal kind of rap rock era and shit like that. And I like that stuff too, but I would say like Metallica and all that, of course, I knew about friggin' Enter Sandman and Unforgiven and all that shit, but I wasn't really into it like I was in later years. So I've grown to appreciate it a whole lot more. But I still liked, Rob Zombie and friggin' Tool and Nine Inch Nails and
same.
All that shit. It was, it was an era. It was a different era. The mid and late 90s. It wasn't thrash metal or whatever that had kind of. I wouldn't say came and went, but the 80s was definitely the prime for that, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
And so that industrial alternative metal, I guess that's kind of more of my lane, but I like all of it.
I like the metal where I can still understand what you're saying. You're not just screaming at me, and I can understand the lyrics, but it's definitely metal because I can't handle them.
There is one, I can't remember the name of the band off the top of my head. But the first time I ran across them, it was on Facebook, and it was, I don't know if this is the actual music video, but they had it like, it was all cartoon, like Batman and Robin, but it was all fucked up there. Like trying to bring the Joker back to life. And I was like, oh, this shit's awesome.
That's super sick. I read an interview either yesterday or the day before where James Hetfield was talking about how he wasn't like initially going to be the lead singer for Metallica. Did y'all hear about that?
No.
It's a good interview. I'd highly recommend checking it out. There was a dude from Armored Saint, I want to say, or something like that.
Okay.
And they had picked him to be their lead singer, but he turned it down because he wanted to work on his band. And yeah,
that didn't work out so well for him. That's probably my biggest regret ever. Not ever, but like one of my biggest regrets not going to see Metallica we hadn't seen Metallica live. They were in Halifax, which is like a 3.5-hour drive
was like
from us.
8.5 months fucking pregnant.
No,
there.
not for Metallica.
No,
we were like 2 weeks out from our wedding, and we were worried that we didn't want to take an extra day off. And we were like, shit, maybe we could just go down and come back the same night and have 2.5 hours sleep and work the next day. And that's when we both ran the daycare. And we're like, can we deal with 15 kids screaming at us for 9 hours and 10 hours on 2.5 hours sleep? Probably not. So we didn't go. And I wish we would have.
Man, yeah, those are those moments. But, I mean, those motherfuckers will be torn until they're 200.
Oh, yeah.
They're wild. I think that last album, that Hardwired to Self-Destruct or whatever, I didn't hate that. I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe they put out a new album that's decent. They'll come back to your area. I
hope so.
I wouldn't doubt that they'll be playing until their 70s, like the friggin' Rolling Stones.
I'll watch them.
Now, the best concert we ever seen was AC/DC.
Oh, hands down.
Fucking
hands
epic.
down.
Yeah.
We saw AC/DC in 2000. Would have been 2009.
I don't know. We got a spot here. They call it it's like Concert on the Hill, but it's like an outdoor fucking thing, and it's basically in a bowl shape, like a little valley. So the sound is fucking amazing.
And how many people did they say? Like they had to open up the gates at one point because they were worried they were going to take the fence down.
No, they did take the fucking fence down because they couldn't get people in fast enough, and AC/DC was hitting the fucking stage, and people cut the fence open and fucking just barreled in.
So they think it was between 80,000, 90,000 people.
Yeah.
Damn, that is intense.
The best thing was you would turn around and look behind you, and then there's just light up devil horns everywhere, and
just
it was
blinking everywhere.
Like it was amazing. There was nothing like it.
A sea of devil horns. AC/DC said it sounded fucking amazing there, so much that they came back. Like, what, 5 years later?
Yeah.
To this little city here. It was like, fuck. I couldn't go to the second concert I wanted to, but I had started a new job.
Yeah.
Wouldn't give me the time off, fuckers.
That's so sick. My dad saw them. My dad was a touring musician for his career in the 80s and 90s. It was more like kind of not pop, but like softer rock, classic rock. But he went and saw AC/DC. He grew up in Boston. And he said it was like, legitimately, you can't hear for the next 2 days after you leave. He was like, it was intense.
Oh, yeah. I had like such a high from going to hear them. Like I had a hard time coming down.
The fall asleep that night was.
Oh, yeah. We're like, remember when they sang that one? And remember this? Yeah. And yeah, it was the craziest night. The craziest night.
Yeah, I went to WrestleMania in 2000 and I don't remember the years. WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, Texas. Yeah. And it was like 101,000 people in that damn building. Wild.
Oh yeah.
Seeing a sea of people, like, and not just a sea of people on the floor, a sea of people in the up on the rafters, like everywhere. It's a sea of humanity. What the fuck? How do they fill 100,000 people?
I know.
Crazy.
It's intense. It's intense to see something like that. And I never want to be, and I'm not, bagging on people that enjoy being in the seats. But if I'm going to a concert, I want to be on the floor. I want to be where the action is. I want to be close enough that if you spit on me. I know that's not great in the COVID era we're in, but that's how close I want to be. I want to be where the action is. I don't want to be in the seats. And I don't know how old I'll have to be in order to not want to be that person right up front.
That type of shit keeps you young, though, man.
It does.
For sure. Whenever I was in high school, around like 16 or 17, I went and saw Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg.
Oh.
It was in my area, and they were like passing joints off the friggin' stage, big ass blunts off the stage. It was something. It was one of those ones where it's like, okay, yeah, it makes sense to be on the floor right now.
Nice.
Right? Yeah, that would be an experience. I can't even imagine.
No. How many games we got left on the list here?
My bad, man.
Oh, don't.
Oh,
yeah.
no. I have to ask once in a while there, or it gets out of hand.
Oh, Mountain Empty, you guys are my friends now. Same to you.
Yes, Mr. Mountain.
Yes.
For sure,
Mountain,
dude.
bunch of letters.
I'll do a quick shout out. Resident Evil 2, the OG. I brought the
Mhm.
because I felt like it'd show a little bit better on the stream.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4, man. Just can't.
Yep.
RE2, the original from 1998. That's maybe my most replayed game ever. Like in terms of, beginning to end, playing the story over and over. I've probably played SmackDown and shit like that more hours, but in terms of playing through a story over and over, played through that motherfucker so many times. Resident Evil 4, it's just one of the greatest playing video games of all time. Changed the way that third-person shooters were done. Definitely as important to that genre as any game. So
they did such amazing stuff with Resident Evil 4 with the I can't even is it the go ahead the I don't know what they're called. They're like castle dwellers, and then you just hear the go ahead low, and I'm like, oh, I'm fucking terrified. I don't even want to go over there right now. You're gonna fuck me up. And I like it's not the scariest game ever, but those sounds are just like, ooh.
No.
They get right at you.
When it comes to Resident Evil, there's only 2 out of the main franchise I haven't played. The
4.
first one and 4.
Yeah.
Oh man!
I get that same reaction from everybody, like, "What? You haven't played 4?" I'm like, I haven't played it. I played it.
Dude, you got some good shit with Resident Evil 1, the remake.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have it. I own it. It's on the backlog, man. I've got hundreds of games in the backlog.
Oh yeah.
You're really gonna enjoy that remake. You like the old school Resident Evil games, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll love that shit. It's so good, so good.
Yep. Now, did you play Resident Evil 2 remake?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was really, really good.
Jen played that one this year.
Yeah.
I played the third one, the remake number 3, but I haven't played 2 yet.
Yeah, 2's awesome.
3, I don't think 3 is like as beloved as 2, but that little dodge mechanic in 3 is fucking tremendous. I love being able to do that little dodge thing with
yes,
with Jill. My bad.
Yeah, I agree. A couple people are commenting on our. We got off on a heavy metal rant. I hate seats at a concert. Yes, that's exactly how
weird,
I feel.
Though,
it does. You have to be where the action is. If I'm singing, they need me. How will they hear me if I'm in the seats? I don't understand. Like, it's not going to work. I have to be up there. Where else here? Did you guys listen or pick up the new Iron Maiden album?
Oh, fuck. Somebody told me about that last stream, I think, and I forgot about it. What the fuck's wrong with me there? Jen, why don't you order me that on your fucking phone?
I've heard it was actually pretty good.
That's what I heard, too. I love Iron Maiden.
Metallica and Slayer are up there in my books.
Yeah.
Slayer, dude. I fucking...
Country and ska.
What's ska?
I have no idea.
It's... I feel like I would describe it wrong. It's like, I want to say it's like a grungy reggae, but I might be mixing that up. But yeah, grunge, all hail grunge.
Oh yeah,
I liked grunge too, for sure.
Alice in Chains, Soundgarden.
Yeah. Now, I cannot listen to Nirvana nowadays. And I used to love it when I was a teenager. It's too goddamn depressing now.
There's certain songs I really, really love.
Oh yeah,
I was a big Nirvana fan,
but a lot of it's like kind of like it doesn't put you in a great mood.
One of the greatest lyrics of all time, Kurt Cobain said, "I'm on warm milk and laxatives, cherry flavored antacids."
Yeah,
I guess so, man. That's relatable.
Like all the lyrics lyrics in any Nirvana song. Like, we're talking about a parrot now. Polly wants a cracker. Like, why are we talking about a parrot, dude?
Is that actually about a parrot?
Yes.
Is it? I have no idea.
Yes.
I think the freaking
Well, I think it's meant to like a play on.
yeah, I think the backstory to Polly and oh shit, I'm gonna forget the other song, but I think it's about a girl that was abducted in Seattle.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he says Polly wants a cracker.
I think I'll take it off her first. Or you can never get those lyrics right unless you look them up.
Yeah, Polly wants a cracker. I think you should get off her first. She says she wants some water to put out the blowtorch because the dude was torturing her in a basement or some shit.
Oh shit! But
Yeah.
they made it sound like it was about a fucking parrot.
Yeah,
You're wrong, Jen.
I know, but the song, that's what, shut up.
it does sound absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Sure.
Any Nirvana lyric, like the lyrics were always like, what did they just say? I'm going to have to look that up. Yeah. Oh, wait.
I really like the Unplugged album they did there. I think it was Unplugged in New York. I might be getting that wrong, but that was a big thing back then.
You couldn't write a song called Rape Me Now? Like,
no.
You couldn't write that song now?
Yeah.
And people sang it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That freaking The Man Who Sold the World, when they covered that Bowie song on that Unplugged, so fucking good. So
yeah. I still love Nirvana. I'll listen to it.
Oh, I do too. Soundgarden, I think Chris Cornell might be my favorite singer ever from Soundgarden.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no it kind of became popular to hate on Nirvana for a little while there. And I mean, they were so important to music at that time. Without them, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Stone Pilots, on down the line. You don't get.
Oh yeah, I agree.
This.
I agree wholeheartedly. Resident Evil 4 is on my new video coming out. Nice.
Yeah, I had seen that comment there. Don't worry, I'll watch it. I'm not worried about a spoiler.
No, I already talked your ear. Okay, then.
What?
We got a fun person in here that I'm just going to go, put user in timeout. I don't put many people in timeout, but he was getting real nasty.
Nasty?
Yeah. He was saying some words. So we're just going to.
All right.
You're in timeout. Yeah. Next time, you need to think about what you said before you say it. Wait, young man, you need to think about what you did. And when you come back, you better be better. Yeah, that's all I'm going to go with.
You caught up on the chat?
Ish. Yes. We're going to go with yes.
Okay. You want me to jump into another one?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go with Beautiful. Metal Gear Solid 2.
There you go. I hear lots of good things about that. I have a hard time getting into the Metal Gear Solid stuff there because I'm not a stealthy kind of guy.
Yeah.
I love stealth.
Jen would love it. I think she would love those games.
3 might be the one for you, Scott. It's still stealth, but 3 opens it up. It's not as linear and tight, so you can kind of like shoot some shit, run off into the woods for a minute and hide and go back and shoot some more shit.
That sounds like my speed.
2 is still pretty linear and pretty stealth based. It's very much it's a direct sequel, or I guess it would be a sequel. It's definitely a sequel in terms of the how it was released, but the storylines and all that shit, it's so out there. But it still plays similar to Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah.
Has similar environments and shit like that, except now you're on this like tanker boat thing, and it's still very stealthy, but they improved the gunplay so much. You're able to like go into the first person mode when you're shooting.
Oh.
Yeah, the gunplay is drastically improved. The movement's improved. Everything about the game is so much improved. And then the damn story is really what sold me on it. The story is so good. It's probably like, in terms of, you hear people say Hideo Kojima is like a prophet. I would say that this is the game that kind of earned him that reputation.
Okay. Yeah. So for a noob that's never played Metal Gear Solid anything, should I start at 2 or do I have to start at 1?
You know what? I don't think Jen's ever played through a GameCube game, so maybe we made her
You know what?
go to one.
I played Resident Evil 4 on the Xbox.
I know you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say, well, since you like stealth, I would say, yeah, jump into one. I think you'll even if you don't, like, if you play for 2-3 hours and you're like, this just really isn't my speed, go watch the story recap. Somebody on YouTube will do it, and then jump in.
Oh, yeah.
I think 2 is just, it plays really, really, but I think the GameCube version of Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, I think, or what is the GameCube version just the GameCube version of 1,
yeah,
takes like similar controls for Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, I believe.
Oh, okay.
GameCube one though.
Okay.
We have that one.
Yeah.
So I think 1 will play way better on the GameCube, if I'm not mistaken. I have never played it on the GameCube.
Okay.
I do believe I have it on the PS3 also. I think there's a big collection there you can get. I don't know if the HD collection on the PS3.
Yeah, it'll probably play the same way that it does on the GameCube one. So I'm sure that'll be a perfect way to play it too.
Yeah.
Okay. Modan saying, well, we made it to the big time and got a hate bot. Yes, we did. Davis Dudley in the house. Word up, gamers.
What's up?
Did we summon you when we said Tanktacular earlier? Because I think we did. And I'm wondering where old ass retro gamer is, because I assumed we'd summon him too when we said it. Splinter Cell and OG Xbox is the best stealth game.
You know what? You can throw that in the new Xbox and it looks fucking fantastic.
Oh, night, Mikey. Hope we didn't miss you before you left. Twin Snake?
Yep, Twin Snakes.
Question mark? Yeah. Raiden hate in Metal Gear Solid 2. They had no choice but to redeem him in Metal Gear Solid 4.
He goes in on Solid 4, that little bastard. He is doing some work.
I felt like that should have been followed by, like, let me tell you. Preface it by that. No, I missed it. Well, we did. We said it. Tanktacular. I don't think we went anywhere with it. Nobody replaced names of games with Tanktacular.
Because I said a game kind of tainted, and I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, and then somebody put hashtag, I think it was Mikey, hashtag Tanktacular.
Okay.
We went off on a Tanktacular rant.
Voyage.
Oh, it was crazy. Like, I'm like, hey guys, or I don't know who said it. Maybe it was Davis, to replace one of the names in a game with Tanktacular. So if it would be, instead of Tales of Rise, it would be Tales of the Taint.
Yeah,
Tales of Taint.
We were changing game titles and throwing Taint in there.
Yeah, it was pretty epic. We enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's how you get good sales, man. Every game with Taint.
Can you imagine? Like, I don't know. I'm just looking around. Streets of Taint.
Streets of Taint.
Streets of Taint.
Taints of Rage. It's in.
Taints of Rage.
Oh, that's better.
We're in there.
Last of Taint.
Oh yeah.
And then they have a Last of Taint Part 2. So you're like, you lied to me. You told me that was the end of it.
Hell yeah.
All right, what's your next game?
Go into some Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Oh, people love that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 90s hip hop, man, I loved it so much. And I think it just captured that whole vibe really well. I think the thing about Grand Theft Auto San Andreas that's so, even for its time now, is really impressive, is like what you did in the game was reflected in your stats. So if you went to the gym and worked out, your character CJ would get muscular. If you went and ate a lot, you'd get fat. If you ran a lot, you'd get stamina. If you whatever you did in this game world, it actually was reflected in your stat progression, which was really freaking cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if they never put it back into a Grand Theft Auto because it was just a little bit too complicated or whatever, but man, it was really freaking cool and revolutionary for the time. And I know some people kind of like, it was tedious for them to keep up with that stuff, but I don't know, a game that's actually in live time responding to what you're doing in the world, that's really freaking cool to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That is very, very cool. And that's another one I haven't played and I want to.
Yeah. It's my
favorite. I think I would appreciate it.
Yeah. It's dated. I mean, like the control scheme where I believe you hold L1 to lock onto the target and then circle to shoot.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very,
Yeah. It's not what you expect, I guess, if you play a modern game. You're like, no, why am I doing it that way?
Yeah, and I mean, even for its time, like Grand Theft Auto, they're more beloved for the world, the characters, story, and they created the open world genre that we have now with Grand Theft Auto 3, and then Vice City built on that, San Andreas built on that, and
somebody's talking about Vice City here. Actually, a lot of people talk up Vice City. That's what they're saying.
I love Vice City as well. Vice City, I've played through all of them. I would say San Andreas, Vice City, 5, 3, and 4. I need to go back to 4, so I'm going to exclude 4.
Okay. Ulysses is saying Metal Gear 1 and Resident Evil 2 were the reasons I bought a PlayStation 1. I could see that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Coming to a Switch near you, Metroid Taint. Jen, your laugh is killing me. Not sure if in a good way. You know what? I often wonder that myself. It can be very high pitched, as am I. And if you get me really going, sometimes my laugh includes a snort, and that's a little bit much. So, yeah, I get you.
She used to have a bit of a cackle there until I started making fun of her.
Yeah.
And then she kind of
calmed
that down a bit.
Yeah. My body just got rid of the cackle. I'm not sure. I found San Andreas for $1. I've never played it, so I was excited. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Follow the damn train, CJ.
That mission, man, is so fucking aggravating. So aggravating.
Is it?
So aggravating.
Yeah. You know what? Those are almost like missions like that will almost make you quit the game, but then you're like stronger for getting through them. And then you carry on. Kind of like some stuff you've played.
Oh my God. Are you talking about God of War?
Yep.
The first God of War. Because I've played, I think I only have.
There's not many you haven't played.
Yeah. I'm like, after I finished, is it Ghost of Sparta? After I finished that, I think I only have 2 more in the entire,
God of War franchise
collection or whatever you want to call it there. But I played the first one there just recently for the first time, and there are levels where I absolutely lost my fucking shit there. I was, why the spikes that come up to the floor of that fucking trap, man? I fucking lost my shit in that. There's a water trap one, and then there's a couple of levels where it's just like you're climbing
up the tower,
up the big fucking, I don't know, pole or whatever. And there's blades, everything's spinning around it. And the hit detection on that is like unforgiving. If your fucking pinky finger touches something, you're falling. And they're like, oh, you son of a bitch. And then once they make you do that vertically, then they make you do it like horizontally because you're running across and jumping over shit. And I'm like, why fucking do this?
Dude, have y'all seen David Jaffe's YouTube channel?
No.
I don't think so.
He's the original creator of God of War, and he has a YouTube channel. And dude, it is so good. He like goes into in depth and explains like why certain mechanics were the way.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's so good. He's a wild man. Like he'll go off on some tangents, and you're like, okay, he goes. But in terms of like breaking down his games and shit like that, it's so interesting to watch. And he seems like a really
cool.
Chill dude. He doesn't take himself too seriously for someone that's like, I mean, dude created freaking God of War, Twisted Metal. Like he's a OG of the game.
Oh, yeah.
And he don't come across that way at all. So he's definitely a channel worth checking out.
That would be cool. Yeah. I remember when Scott was raging on trying to push that box over to the ledge to get up on the ledge. And I was like, listen, I figured it out to a science. Those who can't do, teach. I'm going to show you, and then you'll be able to do it.
And then I did it.
And he did it on the first try, where it took me like 30 tries to perfect it.
Oh, Jen, I probably did it like 20 times at least. So I tried fucking pulling it. You can't make it. You try kicking the cock sucking thing there. You can't fucking make it. I'm like, this is bullshit. You literally just get around the fucking corner and jump on that box, and then you jump on a hope and a prayer or fucking try to grab the ledge for you.
Well, it's the double jump.
It's
the double jump from that box.
God, I was ready to fucking throw. That was the first. I can't remember the last time I wanted to throw a controller that hard. That one almost made me do it.
Yeah.
And I don't throw controllers.
Yeah, dude. there was, I think it was that time where, like, in that PS2 era, they were trying some innovative experimental stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
I think it just sometimes, I think Jaffe actually said in a video that they got towards like the end of that game and they couldn't get playtesters in time. They had to ship it and release it. So he said like the end of that game was never play tested, and it's just extremely freaking difficult because they didn't have time to play test it.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem there. I fucking fight through all that shit, and it probably didn't help that I was trying to brew a batch of beer at the same time. So I'd run over, I'd pause, I'd run back, I'd run over, I'd run back, and I was absolutely losing my fucking mind. And then I get to the last boss fight, and it was almost. Are you kidding me? That was it. I was expecting more of a fucking challenge after all that bullshit that to get here, and that was it.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad last boss fight. It wasn't terribly difficult.
Yeah. Gernaldino, is that how you say that?
The remote control plane mission. I assume that means something to you from San Andreas.
Yes. He's either talking about San Andreas or Vice City. There's two of them that are
okay.
I don't know why they keep including them in the game, but
piss people off.
Really difficult.
It's how you increase sales of controllers because you fucking break them.
In partnership with Sony.
Oh, Mountain bunch of letters. That's how I'm saying it. It's going to be back in 5 minutes. Literally, the liquor store is a few steps from my door. That's like my dream.
Attaboy.
And I summoned my sister-in-law. Hi! Exclamation point! Hi! How's it going? I ranted to her earlier on Messenger about the fucking audio and how much I fucking hate it. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, you don't want to know. I was mad at that audio, but yeah, I complained to her a little bit.
You have a strong marriage there if you make it through this shit.
Old man Do You Nerd went on a rant about in-game timers. My big thing was always the babysitting escort mission. Leon!
Oh my god.
Yes.
Well, see, yeah, I watched that same video and my comment, and it was literally right after I finished the God of War, and I said, I know it's not the exact same thing, but I said, fuck that spike fucking trap, that bullshit there.
Yeah. It's kind of an in-game timer because you only
it's on a timer, yeah. And I know it's not quite the same thing as what the video is about, but fuck that level.
Dude, I was playing Far Cry 6, and there's a kind of escort mission, companion mission where you have a dude that you're having to bring with you back to camp or whatever. We're in 2021, man.
Yes.
We can't keep doing this stupid ass mission design. It's horrible.
No.
You should be able to leave them to die. Like, you're really not worth the trouble, Ashley. You're gonna stay right there. That's how I felt.
And I shoot them yourself for a little bit of satisfaction.
Yeah, you should. Honestly, I have killed Ashley many times. Sometimes by mistake, most times on purpose. Because I'm just like, I'm tired of you saying my fucking name. And I can't say Leon. I cannot say Leon without saying Leon. That's how you say it. She had to die.
Oh, jeez.
I would kill her sometimes on purpose just to like brighten my day. I'm like, now I feel better, and the next time I'll try to think about saving you.
Yeah, that for an otherwise great game, that was a very tedious.
There were some tedious points in it. Yeah, I'm like, I have them all coming at me. You can't try to even run away. You're just gonna stand still and let them grab you. Like, you're not even trying. It's like you want to die, and I'm gonna let you, or I'm gonna help you. So that's what I did.
There's in Far Cry 6, the dude was like bugging out. You have to leave this mansion style area, and the dude's like bugging out, glitching. He can't get out the mansion, even though there's a wide exit. Like, this is why we should never design games with forced escort missions.
No.
Oh yeah.
He's a tweaker. I'm just going to leave him die. It's fine. I'll continue on. You're going to die right here.
I feel like, I'm surprised nobody's asked this in the chat yet, but I feel I have to acknowledge this there. That our last stream there with a couple of nerds.
Oh, yeah.
We were putting the
link in the chat.
Link in the chat for people to jump in and ask questions, but we've had so many technical difficulties today. I'm scared to do anything out of the normal. I don't want to fucking crash it there. Okay. But it was a big hit, and we had lots of comments, lots of positive feedback, and actually somebody said that we just only thing they would criticize on it would be to keep it to a certain time limit, so that it doesn't
so you don't take away from the main guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I agree with. That totally made sense.
And we had planned on doing that same thing today until the 3 hours of fighting with the audio issues and the computer and everything. And I was like, okay, we just, if we get it running there, we just have to roll with it.
We have to roll with it.
and you're having issues there too. So
dude, anytime you want to do anything technically advanced, I'm probably the worst person to ever have. I'll crash the app, I'll crash the site, I'll burn. Everything will go to flames, dude. It's horrible. Yeah. Horrible.
But it's fun.
Oh, yeah.
If anyone's planning to play all 3 games in this GTA Definitive Edition, there is anyone, because it was for the Mass Effect Remastered Trilogy, and I fell off 2 hours into the first game.
Oh, that breaks my heart.
You're breaking his heart.
Now, I know you're going to reach that, and I don't want to, break your heart again. Because I had so many people on these Get to Know Gamers.
Lacey?
I think it was Lacey that really sold me on playing Mass Effect, so then I threw it in my Xbox. And I put a good 8 hours into the first day, but I got sidetracked on so many fucking side quest bullshit stuff that didn't add anything to it, that it took me out of the story to the point that I haven't gone back. And now I still feel like I have to go back, but you can sell me on it right now.
Yeah.
Dude, if I'm just, this is my advice. I'm just a random idiot on the internet, so take it.
Are we all?
But yeah, dude, I wouldn't recommend going around and getting lost in side quests and shit like that. Go through that main story, because the main story, that's where the meat of the decision-making stuff really hits you in the face. And you're like, oh, this is next level. And then how they transition those main story decisions you make into the second game and then into the third game, that's really what makes Mass Effect so stand out to me. The side quests are fun. The side quests in 2 in particular are really fun. And in 2, they do this cool thing where they throw the side quests in to be they feel like main stories. And,
okay.
Yeah, and 1, it kind of just, I'll agree. Some of them are really, really good. Some of them are not so good, and the main story is what really it'll grab you, man. There's 2 decisions in particular in Mass Effect 1 that are I would say top 5, top 10 level decision making moments in video.
Oh, okay.
So good.
Nice.
Well, shit.
So yeah, so I've that one is on the back burner in the back of my head, that I put a significant amount of time in, and I don't like leaving games unfinished kind of thing, and I have to go back. But when you have a big backlog of games and you're like, well, now I'm onto this, now I'm onto that, but something will push me to go back and try it again. And for me, I did the same thing with Arkham Asylum. I played it. I played about halfway through the game, and then I walked away from it for about 1.5 years before I went back and finished it. Sometimes it's just not in the right frame of mind.
Well, here's what I'll say to hopefully push you into the Mass Effect 1 lane. If you play through that main story, it's 12 to 15 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's very doable for what I've been playing lately.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. And if you pick up that remastered trilogy, did you get to the Mako parts where you're using you're driving the little car?
That's where I stopped. Yep.
Okay, I got your answer. Grab that remastered trilogy when you can get it for $20 or whatever.
Yep.
I mean, night and day. The Mako where you're driving that, it's night and day. It's so much better in the remastered trilogy. So much better.
Okay. That might be
the
tipping point.
Yeah.
The scale.
They didn't rehaul, they remastered quite a bit of stuff in 1, but the Mako is the thing that you could tell they put a ton of effort into making that better.
Okay. I have to play them too. My backlog's even bigger because I feel like I got into gaming so much later, but I'm enjoying it because
this Get to Know Gamers is awesome for, if you get people it's always the same thing. You have friends that recommend these games and you speak so highly of them, you have to go and try them. And it's the same thing with the Get to Know Gamer. I have people on here and I get the same games all the time that are mentioned. I'm like, why haven't I fucking played this already?
Yes, there'll always be people that have different games. There's always going to be 1 or 2 different games. You're like, I didn't even see that one coming. And then there's the core,
You always got your Metal Gear Solids in there.
Final Fantasy 7 tends to be in there a lot. Some
Chrono Trigger
or Grand Theft Auto. Some Grand Theft Auto.
Always Grand Theft Auto. A lot of Grand Theft Auto
there.
Stuff.
Yeah, so
Arkham stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reason people keep mentioning them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like with Mass Effect, I would say the main selling point there, especially with that trilogy, is that with everything like right there on one disc, you boot it up and all the games are right there for you to play. It kind of it's a little bit. I don't know what it does psychologically, but it's like, okay, well, they're all on my screen. Let me just burn through all them bitches at once. I mean,
yeah, I've been like that. I have games that
Uncharted.
But like games that you have
the Uncharted series.
But if you have a disc that has all them on one disc.
Yeah, what was it called there?
You're right.
Collection or
That's
something
true.
like that. Was it the PS4?
Yeah, the Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection on the PS4.
And she literally burned through them all. They're like fucking months.
No time.
There. It was,
But yeah, there was 2 games on the Xbox One, Limbo and what's the other one? Inside. I played them both. I'm like, well, that one was good. Let's play the next one. Yeah. And it'll draw you in. You're like, obviously they put this together for a reason. Just like a collection. They've obviously put this together for me to enjoy in one sitting.
Like this one,
maybe I keep going.
Yeah. That I'm the same way with Uncharted. I played Uncharted 4 was the first Uncharted I ever played.
Oh yeah.
So I went back the same with the collection on the PS4.
Uncharted 4 is awesome. The only one I haven't played yet is Lost Legacy. That's it.
3 or Lost Legacy. I haven't played either of those yet.
Yeah. I haven't played any of the Uncharted yet.
No, he hasn't.
That is you all day.
Oh, I know. They got me to play the
Tomb Raider
one there, and I did not play it like Tomb Raider. I played it like fucking Call of Duty or whatever. Like, I'm a hot chick with a gun. I'm gonna fuck everything up. Ah! Yeah. That was awesome.
That's how you played Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you didn't go in any of the like caves.
You didn't go in any of the tombs.
Caves.
Fuck those tombs.
No
there
tombs
was it
for me.
No, like I blew through the game when you don't do the tombs, right? Yeah.
Well, dude, the thing, and not to keep on, I'm not gonna friggin' sell you on Mass Effect or whatever. I'm not gonna do some damn baptism and force you Mass Effect.
Come on, that's what they do with hockey. Do it with Mass Effect.
But Mass Effect 2, it plays like your Uncharted or your Tomb Raider. Like it plays like a shooter more than it plays like an RPG. So
nice.
I know that some people recommend playing Mass Effect 2 just from the get-go instead of playing 1 because 1's kind of dated, but I don't know. There's some things in 1 that it's kind of like next level storytelling that I would recommend at least like YouTubing, but 2 plays the best by a mile.
Okay.
Now, I've watched a little bit here and there on YouTube about the remastered trilogy there. Does some of the decisions you make in, like, say, the first game, does that go over into the second game?
100%, dude.
Thought so, yeah.
It's insanity. Like, you have to make a choice between one or two people living. And I don't want to go into anything more than that in case you do play it. But they're important. They're really important people. And all of that goes to the second game. There's a cure for a disease that impacts a really important character in your game. You get to make the decision on what to do with that. That goes on to the next games. Like, it's
okay.
Very, very impressive.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know what? I have a hard time skipping a game if it's the first in a series where you're like, do you have to play it? But you should play it. If you're gonna enjoy something, enjoy it from the first. Even if you're playing with, when they were still trying to figure some stuff out, but they got some stuff really good. Like, start there. Why not?
For
right?
Sure.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, just start at the start.
But if you do feel like you're into the game, you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Well, then yeah, maybe that's too dated for you. And then go into the second one there. Especially if people say you don't need to play it, jump in the second one there, just so you don't lose out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's certain games like the Final Fantasy games, obviously, or the Far Cry games.
Mm-hmm.
Certain games where none of the story really is tied together. Tales of Arise. I don't believe the Tales of games are in any way linked to one story linked to the next.
Yeah.
I hope not, because this is the first Tales game I played.
The newest one.
Yeah.
No, you were fast. He was back with beer, and that was like
Hey, buddy.
12 minutes ago or something.
Must be Canadian.
He is Canadian.
Is he?
Yes, he is.
What did I say?
I've played them all before. Just going back to the new remastered collection, I fell off them. ME2 is my favorite.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Gurnaldino is saying the worst escort mission was in Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. You had to carry an injured captain with you and keep putting him down in a safe place to fight.
I don't remember that. I haven't played a whole lot of Call of Duties, but they all kind of feel the same. Like,
I've never played one.
The one that I played,
You played one with Alex.
first. No.
No?
The one that the first Call of Duty I ever played is the one that stands out in my mind the most. And I think it's Ghosts. Is that the name of it? I can't remember.
Yes.
I thought it was such a kind of a cool story, and then the ending was cool. I was like, oh fuck, this is actually pretty damn cool.
I thought you played that with Alex.
No, you're thinking of Rainbow Six.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
But I thought you played a Call of Duty game with Alex.
Well, we do the zombie modes and shit there with
Okay.
Alex. I'm talking about going in and playing a campaign.
Gotcha.
I remember that No Russian or whatever, where the big controversy where they go into like the I don't remember, were you boarding a flight or something and you unload on a bunch of these damn bystanders and it caught a bunch of controversy at Fox News.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was a big controversial moment for gaming for sure. I'd never played it. I don't really have any knowledge of the Call of Duty games, but I remember everyone talking about that shit.
Yeah.
I think you're a person that can play that plays. That's just mean to say, because I think
I think Call of Duties are kind of like labeled as the online experience,
and that's if you play Call of Duty.
But I like
campaigns.
campaigns.
The only thing you play.
Yeah, I like campaigns. I don't want to go and play online. That's just not for me. I'll play a game. I like to come down here, be all by myself, play through a nice fucking story there.
But we know some people that are like, "What'd you play today? Call of Duty." And then you can ask them again in 5 years, "What'd you play today? Call of Duty."
Yeah.
Like, there's other games, Like.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, like, there's people out there who their main their main way to gather with friends is to play games online and shit like that. So I do understand.
That's true.
Oh, I understand that totally.
Yeah.
I just don't play games with friends like hardly ever unless it's couch co-op. I don't.
Same.
I get nothing out of online gaming.
No, I don't either. And Alex loves it.
I'm in the same boat.
Alex would play the same game
all Alex
for 10
plays.
years.
Our son plays.
And if you love it, then play
all
it.
the fucking time.
Have fun with it.
But I find you can take a mediocre game that's a couch co-op and play it with friends there in the same room. It fucking makes it that much better. And I'll piss people off.
Well,
I'll say Resident Evil 5 and 6 right there.
And you said
everybody
that with
hates
your
on those,
games.
but we played them couch co-op here, and hey, fuck, pretty cool.
You had fun.
Yeah.
It's all about the fun you have.
For sure, yeah. I played through Resident Evil 6 with a buddy as well, and I think that's a big reason why I enjoy it as much as I do. And you know, the thing with me though, like I know people bash on Call of Duty and all those games like that, Fortnite, whatever, but the reason that something like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order or Dead Space or any of the EA games are gonna ever get made with a high budget is because the fact that Call of Duty exists.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Activision makes Call of Duty, right?
Do they? I have no idea.
You can tell me that, and I believe you.
Yeah, you tell me whatever you want.
I think Battlefront I don't know anything about their shooter.
Battlefield?
Games. I think so.
Yeah.
That's a shooter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Battlefield,
those games make EA all the damn money in the world. So EA is allowed to go off and create Dead Space, the remake, or create friggin'
That's true.
Yeah, because of the money that those games generate. They generate so much money.
Oh, yeah. If we didn't have those in-app purchase, cash cow, money games, would we have these other games that's a good topic for a video. You should make
wink, wink.
Seriously, though, it's true.
There's I'm just shouting people out left and right here that I don't
You do it.
But there's a dude named Michael Pachter who he was with like Game Trailers back in the day. He's been covering the industry, the financial side of it for a long ass time. And he's an interesting dude to check out as well. He does something called like the Pactor Factor on a channel called Sifted, and
Okay.
super analytical, and it's more on the finance side of games, which I find really interesting because I don't
find that.
know anything about that at all because I'm not in the industry. You know what I mean? I don't sports. I don't have any knowledge of it. So to see someone like go down and be like, oh, this is why this happens or that's why that happens. It's just really interesting because people think that, oh, a great game comes out and that must mean that it sold millions of copies and we'll get 10 more games in the series. A lot of the time, a great game doesn't really mean anything other than the fact it's a great game. Like a great game can still sell like dog shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you have a Call of Duty or if you have a Battlefield, that game that sold like dog shit but is the cult hit or the critical darling or whatever, it can keep coming out because those games are making so much damn money. And, you got to respect them for that.
And they already have the template for it, so they're like, here's Call of Duty this.
Call of Duty.
Yeah. And they know people will...
Throw a zombie mode in there. Sold!
Yeah. So,
that's pretty much all I play now when I play Call of Duty with my son. It's couch co-op, and it's always a zombie mode. That's what he wants to play, right?
And you like that one, too.
Yeah, we'll
that's
sit down and play for an hour. That's getting to a scary game. And we'll get bored of it, and we'll watch something.
I'm not even convinced he's mine, because he doesn't like scary games. I know I said that. But
well, we definitely know he's yours.
I know I already said that, but I just don't understand why he doesn't like survival horror. I don't understand.
I love survival horror, and I don't mean that. I feel like I always shit on survival horror, and I don't even mean to, but good God, man, it is so hard to do survival horror right, and it seems like there's one that every developer follows now. I'm gonna make another version of Outlast. I'm gonna make another version of Amnesia, and it's like, those games, Outlast and Amnesia are good, but when you kind of make the 800th version of it, it's like,
yes,
yeah.
And I feel like I'm going to get there at some point, because I feel like they're all at a round table and they're like, okay, guys, listen, we're going to make a survival horror, and I have something special for you. It's going to be in an insane asylum, hospital, mansion. Oh my God, that's brand new. Tell me more. Yeah. No, it's been done 1,000 times. I just haven't.
Well, I watched a video there last night. It was struggling to remember the name. I think it's Drinks
and Games with Josh.
Drinks and Games with Josh covered.
Oh, it was on PS2.
It was on. He did the Xbox version, but yes, it's on the PS2.
Yeah.
Fuck, you're in the ocean on a big fucking boat.
Old Fear?
Yes,
Cold
Fear.
Fear, yeah.
Yeah. It's
one of those games that's I literally, when I bought it, I thought, she'll play this, and she just hasn't gotten to it yet. It looks very Resident Evil-ish.
Yeah.
That game's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to play it. But I say that about so many, but I'm like, at what point do I get burnt out of it where I'm like...
You always have to cleanse the palate there. You can't play the same genre over and over and over because it becomes monotonous.
Yeah.
100% agree. The Cold Fear is really cool because, I guess this isn't really cool, but it came out, I believe, in the same year as Resident Evil 4, and it kind of got dwarfed. And it has sort of cult following where people who have played are like, oh no, this is almost as good as Resident Evil 4 in its control schemes and shit. But if you come out alongside one of the games that people consider one of the greatest games of all time, it's kind of hard to get recognition, but it's really, really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Maybe I need to play that. I've been saying that all night. Davis Deadly saying, but you guys are forgetting Emmy. All your choices from Emmy 1 show up in Emmy 3, which is really, really cool.
Yeah. You have this like final battle, and if you've did certain side quests and were helpful to certain factions and maybe didn't kill off a species or whatever, and join you in the last battle. It's really cool.
Nice. That is very cool. And Mondane saying you have to play Uncharted.
I know.
Basically, that's what he's saying.
I was trying to get through all the God of Wars this year, and I don't think I'm going to make it. I'll have 2 left, I think. But then next year, I was like, I'll have to play all the Uncharted. I'll just binge play.
I'm just missing 1 Tomb Raider and 1 Uncharted, and then I'm done with both of those. So I got to play.
You've played all the Raiders?
Oh, yeah. Well, not sorry. I've
Not the
played
old
all the newer Tomb Raiders.
There's like the trilogy, the newer trilogy there, or whatever you want to call
I
it.
have to clarify. Yes, I went. They're older, but I know I should play
They're
them.
not on PS4.
They're
Can't
not
play
on
that.
PS4, can't play them.
I don't know how anybody could get through some of those older Tomb Raider games.
Oh,
so
yeah.
different. So
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think I should probably try it to go, Jesus, you're a saint for playing through that. But yeah, and the graphics. Like, how could I go backwards at this point?
Mm.
For sure.
Oh, I don't know. Scepter even plays NES sequels in order.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Tomb Raider, those are my dad's favorite games of all time. He's played, I think he played the first 3 and finished those. And I remember being like,
I remember you talking about that.
yeah. Some of his memories are this dude cussing at a damn Fox TVs and shit, the CRT TVs. I've played them since, like as an adult. I've played some of the Tomb Raiders, the older ones, the PlayStation 1 ones. It's a chore. It's a chore.
Yeah.
They're classics though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mountain, bunch of letters. Couch co-op Mario Party against a 5-year-old is great. Yes. I don't like playing games with Alex because if he gets too good, he gets real cocky, and then he becomes not the person you want to do anything with. Yeah, I just can't even. Love Dead Space. Bring on the remakes.
Oh yeah.
And then Mountain saying no, they're going to butcher it.
I don't know.
It's hard. It's hard if you really love a game to want them to remake it because there's always that fear that they will.
Now, for on the topic of remakes, I heard that they're remaking the first Last of Us, and like, we all said the same thing. Like, why? And then I always follow that up with, "But you're gonna buy it though," and everybody says, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I don't know if I will. Like, I mean, yeah, I probably will. I'm not gonna lie.
There you go.
Yeah.
See?
If it came out, I probably would buy it, but it's just they have a remaster on the PlayStation. What can you do to? I don't even like that concept makes sense in my brain.
No.
It doesn't, because it's not even that old, and it's already been like we're losing Days Gone 2 because of it.
It doesn't make sense, right?
I don't get it. Give me a brand new game. And that's all I want. Especially for something like that.
Yeah, and there's like that big fan base who likes the multiplayer Last of Us, the factions and all that.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's in part 2.
No, I don't think so.
Why not throw out a little factions game for the multiplayer fans or something? I don't really think a remake of The Last of Us. I would be very surprised if that sold like incredibly well. I don't think that's going to sell really well.
I don't know. I'm like mixed. I think people who love The Last of Us, which is everybody, will buy it just to say they bought it.
We're all victims of that collector's disease.
Yeah. And that's kind of where I think it might go.
You're probably right. Yeah, you're for sure.
Mo and Dan has an interesting question. What are the last 3 games that each of you purchased? Trying to think.
Far Cry 6.
Oh, look at Price Charming. Keeps everything in the right order.
I think Far Cry 6, In Sound Mind. Oh man, I have the cashback credit card thing for my bank.
Yeah.
And I had like $100 on there, so I went and got $100 Best Buy gift card from it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I bought Origami 2, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order on the PS5, and something else. I forgot what the hell else I bought, but I guess those would be like the last few games. I did go to a pawn shop recently and scored like a bunch of games for a freaking $1. So that was
that's pretty cool.
That's always good.
Yeah, I really. So I'll take it.
I bought a game today.
I don't have it in here yet, but yes.
Tower.
And then you bought Bleed and Bleed 2
on eBay.
And DuckTales Remastered would be your last ones.
And then the 4th one would have been Chaos Legion.
Yeah. And I bought Ori the Collection. I got Alan Wake Remastered And I think probably Game of Thrones, a Telltale series, was mine.
That's yours.
Yeah. I was like, well, all those Telltale series games get a lot of love, so I'm going to buy it. And I haven't played a single one of them yet. I haven't played The Walking Dead Telltale. I haven't played them, and I don't know. I will eventually.
One that might not be too daunting because it's only one game is The Wolf Among Us from Telltale.
I hear that.
Yeah.
We have it? I was like, ooh, looks cool. And then Mountain Bunch of Letters was saying that it's not a backlog, it's a library. That's true. So it's in my library.
Yeah.
And I just haven't gotten to it
All right.
yet.
I need to go relieve myself again there. And
you go
back there. I don't, you feel free to jump into another game there. I'll be right back.
We should make you guess it.
Oh, we always play this game.
And I won one time, and you were all shocked. Okay, so we're gonna let him. You show it to me. We'll let him guess by your clues, but make them hard.
Okay, all right. Let's go with the. Should I whisper it?
No, he can't hear you because it's on the headphones.
Oh, okay. The Witcher 3. Played it for the first time this year, this year, and it's in that same. I just like decision making. I like making decisions. I don't know what the combat's not the greatest, but damn, it's so good. The story is just tremendous, man. The whole story. I don't know what it is about those father-daughter storylines.
Yeah.
Joel and Ellie, Geralt and Ciri. It's just something about them. They hit harder. Because I liked Kratos and Atreus, but
yes.
Something about that father-daughter bond is just, it hits you in the soul. And I know that
I get that.
Yeah, Ciri's not like technically Geralt's daughter,
but they need protectors.
Yeah.
Where with a son, you're like raising them to be a man. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is.
Yeah, and same thing with Ellie and Joel. Ellie, Joel obviously his daughter at the beginning of The Last of Us 1, but he takes Ellie on as a daughter. So that's
exactly.
That dynamic's just super emotional. There's so many branching options in the game where you'll meet this kind of witch sort of lady, and then you can go on a date with her if you finish off her side quests, and during the date she goes off and is like stealing an item, and then you confront her. You're like, hey, well, why are you stealing this item from this like castle style area? And
I heard that game has some interesting visuals.
Oh, they get down.
They get down. Now, see, I sourced out that game. I was like, I must have it. And then I still haven't played it because it's in my library. So I will get to it.
Yeah, it's The Witcher is kind of one of those ones where, like, I haven't played 1 and 2. I jumped into 3. Oh.
No, he can't hear you. Still headphones. Okay, we're gonna make you guess.
I'm gonna guess just.
And I scrolled down so he couldn't even see the chat because people were talking about it in the chat. No, that's playing honest.
What are the odds I'm gonna get this one? I'm actually shocked when I get them right. I'm not that
I'm even more shocked when I get them right. So, okay, right. You give him some hints.
There's 3 games in the main series. The first 2, most people haven't played. The third one is the one that people really loved. Came out on the 8th gen consoles, PS4, Xbox One. And it's now on the Switch.
And I will give you one more hint because I'm a nice wife. The Netflix show was good. We really liked it.
The Netflix show was good?
I would say the Netflix show might be a little bit for the ladies.
Some good love making in the game and the show.
Fucking don't have a clue.
Really? Come on, try.
I don't. I have no idea.
RPG decision-based game.
No, I have a very small library. Oh, The Witcher. Okay.
Yeah, we liked the Netflix series.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it too. I thought it was pretty solid.
Yeah, he really wanted to play that role too.
Hold on. Oh yeah, dude, that's so cool.
Superman there.
Yeah.
That was so cool. When I read those like interviews and shit where he was talking about he went to the showrunner and was like asking to play Geralt. That's super.
didn't he almost miss out on being Superman because he was playing too many games, and he was like, no, I'm like playing some games right now.
Something like that.
Something like
I
that.
think he missed a phone call or some shit there.
Yeah,
That
because
is
he's
so
a big
sick.
gamer.
Yeah.
Damn, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's crazy. I thought for sure as soon as I said Netflix series that you might get it.
That's been over a year since we watched the Netflix series.
I know.
The new one, I think it's coming out in December.
Is it?
Oh, is it? Nice.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, man, the game is incredible. I'm more of a story guy. You know, freaking, I just can't play damn difficult games anymore. I don't know. I'm getting old in my 26 years.
So old.
I don't have the eye coordination, man. It's too much. So
it only goes downhill from here, buddy.
I'm sure, man. But you know, anything that you can just jump in, get a good story, not have to worry about 60, 100 frames per second, spinning your character, shooting headshots and all. It's just a good. So,
yeah. Well, that's where we're at with Alex right now. He's like, maybe I want a monitor with a higher hertz because he loves
now
all those.
He's counting fucking hertz on his monitors for his games there. But I've done the same thing. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, you have to have it if you're playing a shooter, man.
You do. And that's kind of his thing. He just shooters all the time, all the time, all the time. And I go up to his room and I needed a cord for something. And we said he could have it because we don't use it, but then I needed it. And I walked into his room and I was like, where's that little white cord I need for plugging in the headphones? It's not going to happen right now. And he's playing a game. I'm like, oh, it's happening because I need it. I've been fighting with audio. He's like, good luck to you. And he just keeps playing. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And then I just grabbed it off his desk and laughed. That was it.
You're dead to me.
But I can't get too mad at him because I get into a game too. I'm like, don't breathe in my direction.
Oh, you're
playing this game.
Fucking miserable there when you're playing the game.
Well, I'm really into it, and I'm like,
oh my god, get the fuck out of the basement! This is a hard mission. Holy fuck! Alex be going to bed there. What's mom doing? Playing a game? Yeah. Should I go down and give her a hug? Probably not.
She's not gonna appreciate it.
Yeah, right, she ain't gonna want to hug right now, but yeah, sorry.
I'll hug you later.
Yeah, you get into those zones, and I know that y'all are more kind of story-centric gamers as well. So
yeah,
or it's like I don't want to be bothered by the outside world right now.
No,
it doesn't even exist to me.
Video games are my escape from the fucking bullshit the world is right now, man. I gotta tell you.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm with you so much, man. I don't watch TV. I don't watch movies really. I go home after work, 3-4 hours, pop a game in. That's
yeah. And it sucks because it's not as much now because some people will judge you for playing 3 to 4 hours of game a night. And meanwhile, some Karen somewhere watched Netflix passively while she scrolled Facebook.
Yeah, binged the entire series that day.
Yeah, it's the same difference.
Yeah, it's so stupid. That whole... I mean, I get, you obviously shouldn't be doing anything that's interrupting your work, your family. Well, I for sure get that. At least not to a extent where it's getting bad like an addiction. But
yeah,
I don't know anyone on this planet, the richest people in the world, still watch movies and shows.
Oh yeah.
You have to have something to do it for entertainment. And
exactly.
When you're getting games that are on the same level of movies with their storyline times, it's like, I'll take that.
Exactly. That's just that's what you enjoy.
How do you prefer your screen time? Because we all put in screen time, I guess, in front of the
TV. For video games or otherwise?
Well, like screen time, like everybody puts screen time in. How do you prefer to do it? Watching TV? Do you do it on your phone? Do you like to play a game?
And that's your screen time. You enjoy.
It's all screen time.
Yeah.
Don't shit on me because I'll play 3-4 hours a day of games there.
Exactly.
But you'll binge watch the fucking Real Housewives of wherever the fuck it is.
And it's like I just. It's a weird thing. Video games, I guess, have always got like the rap for being like toy for kids or whatever the case may be. But it's like, I don't know, man. If you can't see past that at this point, I think you're being purposefully obtuse. Like you're trying to look into anything.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's always those people out there. people are showing their age and they're okay with it. And that's fine. I'm cool. They're talking about the Tomb Raiders. I'm playing them back in PC Day. And I'm sure you platinumed it, Davis. He's good at his platinum games. I must be old. I've played all the Tomb Raiders on my PlayStation and PC. Yeah. And Dan Bunch of Numbers is saying, hey, me too. And you know what? I probably should at least try them. At least try them. And if I can't get into it, then at least I could say I tried.
I think I got one on the PSP. I don't know what it is though.
Yeah. Oh, he started Tormented Souls today. It's so good. It's so good. Have you played through it yet or no?
I've played about 2 hours of it, and I just got finished playing Dead Space.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, Dead Space, Tormented Souls is awesome for that classic survival horror format. But man,
it is.
Dead Space is just so fun and fast. I was like, I got to get back into the mood for that classic survival horror.
You do. And at first when I started it, I wasn't sure about, because I had watched, is it Your Player 2? He had talked about it. And he was saying about if you have your flashlight or if you have your light on, not your flashlight, but you can't go into a dark space because it'll kill you. So you have to have lights on, and sometimes you can't use weapons. And I was like, I got very confused by all of that when he was talking about it. Because like I said, I kind of sometimes will watch some stuff passively with the daycare kids. One of your videos became victim to that because they were just really, I was trying to listen, but I was like, I couldn't, and I at least let it play. So it's like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this game then? But no, I got it all wrong. It's actually a really, really good game. People were complaining about the fixed camera angle, and I'm like, you're complaining for nothing. It's an ode to old school survival horror. That they did it intentionally. It was intentionally done. So just deal with it. That's how I felt.
Yeah, 100%, man. And like, I mean, it'd be different if they were failing to do something that they set out to do. Like, they set out to make that game a fixed camera, old school survival horror game. So I mean, they did what they tried to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, now, Cronin can set us straight. He almost missed out because he was playing World of Warcraft.
Oh yes. Fucking what's his name? Superman there.
Yeah. Henry Cavill.
Yeah, when Jen got into Tormented Souls, and then she was like, "Holy fuck!" After she finished it, she was like, "Yeah, it was really good." I don't know why people were hating on it there, and then we had the conversation of like, when you play through a game and then go and watch reviews, you can tell some channels don't play the game. Maybe they only play a little bit. Maybe they only watch some gameplay.
Yeah.
But you can tell those channels that do a review on a game just to get a fucking video out because they need those clicks. It's job, right?
Yeah, for sure. I remember there was like a big controversy with like Rising a while back for IGN. I forget his name, but yeah, man, there's that format is. I'm not trying to shit on anyone, but it's kind of archaic in like, hey, here's your review code that you have to get out in 2 days, and the game's 14 hours long. So it's like, oh, I'm going to play 7 hours a day of this whatever game and try to get a review out in that 14.
Yeah.
And then record, edit, and put a video out. Yeah, it's impossible.
And that's only possible if you do that for a living.
Yeah.
If even then.
And then we're not. Yeah. Most of us are not, right? Like, the majority of us are just not. So
I mean, you played through Tormented Souls in 2 nights, in 2 days. But to actually put together a review and then record, like if you're going to script it or if you're just going to go off the cuff, either way, do a video and then go and edit it and then put it out. That's a lot of time.
I got really frustrated with a couple reviews for that Lost Judgment game.
Mm-hmm.
And I put about 40 hours into it before I finished it. And I think that the best stuff is the side stuff, and which I do understand. You know, I don't necessarily think you have to complete all the side stuff to review a game or anything.
Yeah.
But I think that if you were to have played that side stuff and did a review with that information included as well, it makes it a whole different game. Because I started getting towards the end of it, and I just wanted to mainline the story.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a little bit slow, but with that side stuff sprinkled in, it was like, this is a legitimately great time. And I put about 40 hours into it, and I think that you could easily put well over 100.
Okay.
How do you review a 100-hour game in whatever couple of weeks that they're given? It's impossible.
No,
it's impossible.
You just don't.
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah, and then not critically. Anyways, you can't have a critical eye about it because you don't have enough of the entire picture. Like you just couldn't. You couldn't do it.
Yeah. I typically like the first thoughts kind of video. So
that's how it should be titled.
These are my first thoughts. Whether I can recommend it or not, and then later after that, you usually get a full review after you finish the game.
Yeah, I used to do like the what I've been playing videos, which I still do those, but I used to put in the description like Mass Effect 2 review or whatever the case may be, and I just completely cut that word out when doing it, which I don't think, you know, if I put it there, I don't think people would care at all, because I mean it's technically a review, but
yeah.
It's just something where some games I will have beat, some games I won't have beaten. And I'll tell the people up front, like, I haven't finished this yet. I'm 8 hours in, whatever the case may be. And I don't really want to put like my stamp on that. Like, I don't want to say this is a B+ game of my 8 hours out of 60. Like that seems.
Yes.
Yeah. Like it may get really good or really bad. Well,
if you play an 8-hour game and it's a 10 to 12-hour game, then you can get a really good sense of what that game's going to be. But in 8 hours out of 60, then you're like, this might change.
Well, yeah, like take my Skies of Arcadia, I put 70+ hours in there. 8 hours in, I didn't even have a fucking clue.
No, how would you?
Yeah.
You couldn't even.
And it's frustrating too, where a lot of games, you know, if you're sent a review code of it and you're playing something that you're not enjoying, how do you? I don't know. Like, to me, someone that's not getting paid to do it, I'm just going to put that shit down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your job is to review that bad game and maybe borderline unplayable, and you got to finish that. I can't imagine how just frustrating that is.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
I don't think I could be somebody that's like, hey, we're going to give you this game for free and please give us a good review. That's kind of our terms. I couldn't do it. I like most games probably because I'm still fresh.
This is not a business. This is a hobby.
It's a hobby.
This is like because we want to talk to like-minded people there, and we all have the same kind of thought. It's me.
I'm not Karen. It's okay. We forgive you.
Yeah. Anyway, it's like this was never going to be a job. This is never. Nor do I ever want it to be a job.
Because then it wouldn't be fun. Rivals of the East Coast of Canada. That's what we are.
Yeah. YouTube's such a cool thing because, like, I don't know if y'all are in a similar boat, but I have 2 friends that I talk to about video games. Like, legitimately only 2 people that I know personally that I chat with about video games in person.
Yeah.
So, like, opening up this whole new Pandora's box of people that want to chat about video games, like, that's the coolest thing in the world. And I'll see people, you know, saying, like, don't listen to comments or don't reply to comments. Why the hell would you do YouTube if you're not talking to people?
You have to.
That's just it. Yeah. That's my biggest fear. And like I say that and I sound like I've got this huge ego, but I'm not. I don't mean it that way. My biggest fear is if the channel gets so big that I can't reply to the comments, then I feel like it's not doing.
It's not a hobby.
I want it to be a community. I want that. I like that about it. That's
what's enjoyable about it, because like, you know, the amount of work you put into like playing the games, and like if like she's done a couple of big reviews, like her Alice Madness Returns is the name of the game. She did that review, and I look at that video and I'm like, I'm proud to say, like, holy fuck, like I told people at my work that don't even like games. I'm like, no, go check out this video because my wife did a fucking awesome job. I was shocked and like proud of it. But the amount of time and effort and everything, like total time to play the game, then sit down, script everything, then put the costume on, then fucking
do the green screen,
to actually record the video on a green screen, get everything to work right, then edit that fucking thing, and then put it out and get like 120 fucking views on it there.
No, I got a good amount of views on it.
Well, in the long run she did, but in the you know, your video probably dies like within the week or two, right? Like we find our views a week or two, and then that's plateaued unless it's for something very searchable. You know, some of them will have like a snowball effect to keep rolling there. But yeah, for if you get like 150 views on a review video, like I did a review, I did my I don't know like a thoughts of after like I played Spider-Man, I got like 200 views on like, you know.
But everybody's doing them. That's
the problem there with review videos. Are you gonna go check out a fucking guy that's got 2,000 subs, or are you gonna go check out a guy that got 2 million subs?
Well, yeah, and when you get early code, you know, they put theirs up on September 5th. By the time you've beat it, it's September 25th, and it's like, well, the search engine, it's all right there for that September 5th video. That's when they went to check it out. Which
that's just it.
Yeah, but I think like how y'all do y'all's reviews now, I love that shit. You know, I love sitting down listening to an in-depth discussion between y'all about, you know, Horizon or finished. And I like watching that, and I like making that stuff, even if it doesn't balloon up in views or whatever. It's just fun, man.
You have to, because if you take the fun out of YouTube, then what are you doing it for? Because I feel like there was times that I got there and like Scott said to me the other day, let's just do a pickups video, because I tend to dwell too much on those numbers, and I take it personally. And it's not because I want a big following on YouTube. It's because it's art. It's your art. You know what I mean? You spent time editing that, and you're like, you know, you're like, please like my art. And I'm very. That's what I love. I love the art of the editing. I love painting because of the art. It's all that. So he's like, let's just do a pickups video because they're fun. And I'm like, it is fun. And sometimes if you don't do the fun, what are you doing it for? Yeah. And that's the problem. Like, you can't take the fun out of it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, cut you off there, but like by Skies of Arcadia, that whole process it started off as community pick. I call it community pick, where I have a backlog of games. So then I'll pick 2 consoles, 2 different systems, and I'll let the community pick which one. They have no idea what the games are yet. When they pick the system, all right, and then these are the 3 games that I want to play. They're all in my backlog.
Sorry, I was like,
and then
I'm full of hate.
They pick the game and they pick Skies of Arcadia. So I'm like, well, this is like your friend recommending a game to you. So they're gonna want to know if I liked it or not, right? Especially putting that much time in. So I sat down and I just do kind of an informal talk. She edits out most of the bullshit.
I edited out most of the Scott. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, pretty much, sir.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing though, man. Y'all are, you know, you're sitting there and you're having a good time discussing something you enjoy, and that's the whole point of this thing. This thing we all do. It's the point. I don't know many people that create a YouTube channel to bash games or to be negative, or like you want to talk about the things you love and the things you enjoy. And if you can talk about it with someone, a friend, a loved one, whatever, it makes it that much better. So I love that format that y'all do. And you know, those like individual scripted reviews like that Alice one, it's just absolutely incredible.
I love them, but they take creativity, like creatively. I like put my whole heart and soul into it, and then when I'm done, I'm like, I'm gonna go to sleep now, because it took everything out of me. I put my entire. It was everything. I put it all on the table, and like I just did that, and then I'm like, I need a long nap and a break.
Yeah.
So I can't do them all the time, but I love them.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I was about to say like it's an incredible review, and I feel like if you made that the channel's focus, you'd be burned. You know
I would be burnt out. 100%.
And I think that authenticity of sitting there, you know, y'all two discussing and bantering back and forth, and then one of those really passionate scripted green screen, all that in the mix every now and then, I feel like that kind of keeps it a little bit fresh. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. And that's why we like to bring Dennis in too, because when we get all 3 of us together, like
it's a riot.
It's just drunken reviews and drunken rants at that point. It becomes craziness, and we love it.
Yeah, I love listening to that dude. He was on y'all's top 10 PS4, I think.
Yeah,
I love listening to his opinions. That'd be fun to tell.
We keep telling Dennis, I'm like, you can have your own channel. You already have a following.
I feel like I'm better than me. Fuck sakes.
Like, Dennis, you just don't know what he's going to say. Like, I keep watching back the VR one where he's like, and I was going to throw the canister or whatever at the zombies. He's like, because that's a good strategy. And I'm like, it is a good strategy. He's like, but then they kicked it back at me.
They're just walking and they get just randomly kicking towards you. You're like, fuck.
A propane tank, yeah. He's like, because that's a good strategy. And I don't know. Sometimes it's the way he says stuff, or if he like injects a neither me into there, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I can't even tell you how many times I've told you it's me neither, that you just keep saying neither me, and I get confused sometimes. I get confused.
I have to catch myself now. I don't want to say it.
You'll say neither me one of these days.
One of these days, I'll be corrupted.
Yeah. Like, Dennis, you can't come over and play today because Scott said neither me.
It's on a timeout.
You're on timeout.
Jesus Christ. My best performing video is about a diet pill that lets you lose weight by
shitting yourself.
Yes, that's the was it apple cider vinegar fucking pills there?
I don't have boobs.
The loose stool.
I don't have boobs, so I have to crap myself.
Yeah.
Have y'all do y'all know the comedian Doug Stanhope?
I don't think so.
It sounds very familiar. I'm sure I've seen some.
He has a bit where he says, it's an older bit, so I don't think I'm like spoiling his new material or whatever, but he has an older bit where he says, yeah, I hear a lot of people are environmentalists these days and everybody wants to go green. And I really don't think you're committed, because if you're committed, you just kill yourself. I'm like, that's a point. That's definitely a point.
That's definitely a point to have.
That just the bachelor's fridge, that little tidbit he added in.
He's hilarious. He's a good time. I would be the president of the Dennis fan club.
That is funny. He has a channel?
Yeah.
Dennis? Or
no.
Bachelor's Fridge does. Yeah.
Dennis doesn't yet. We'll
get him there eventually.
We'll get him there. Boobs are certainly an advantage on YouTube and Twitch.
I cannot disagree.
You can have an OnlyFans probably if you have boobs. If you don't, then maybe not.
Nobody's gonna come and see my OnlyFans.
Dude, they're as fortunate as it is, the attractive people just do well in the entertainment world. They just.
Dude, you saying I'm ugly?
I think you're beautiful. I think everyone's beautiful. But
such a fucking liar.
but boobs are a certain advantage on YouTube and Twitch. Yeah. I honestly, that's just any attractive person has a leg up. They just do.
Yeah.
You don't even have to have knowledge on the subject. No.
Some cleavage. You're good.
Like, depends on how deep your V-neck is. Like, it's a V-neck to age ratio. There's a perfect balance there where you can get away with it.
Professor Joe Casey did a video there not that long
ago.
Where he's, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like e-beggars and stuff like that. And it was showing clips from YouTubers, and they're all chicks. And they're like, I'll do squats for subs there. And they got their skin-tight fucking yoga pants on there. And I'm like, really? Yeah. I feel bad for the guys that are fucking donating money just because this bitch is fucking doing squat. I'm like, go to the strip club or save your money up and get a fucking hooker.
The most hilarious part to me was her boyfriend came in one part and gave her a kiss. And I was like,
yeah, like you guys don't feel like a bunch of suckers or what? They're like,
dude, I mean, I imagine living that life though. You got a chick who 8,000 people are simping out for, paying money, and you're just kicked back being the lazy boyfriend, living life off an OnlyFans.
Here, baby, got your new pair of fucking shorty shorts, sir.
Yeah, go make Papa some money.
Yeah. And I bought it with your credit card.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just it. It's hilarious. It's the weirdest dynamic ever.
Do we have any games left?
Oh, yeah.
No, wait. Don't bring it out yet. I will do the P game. I'm going to do P game.
Oh, so you're going to talk about
Make
the game
it
and
easy.
guess.
Give me good guess.
No. Give her shitty hints like you gave me.
Yeah, I feel like this might be a hard one. Sleeping dogs?
Oh.
I guess I could do like dogs resting.
She's going to guess this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that damn game. Love it.
I'll be surprised if she doesn't. Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, open world. There's so many different things going on. You got you're driving cars. The driving is solid. The shooting is solid. They got like the max pain kind of slow down shit when you're jumping and stuff.
Yeah.
The melee combat is so good, and you get little gnome things out in the open world. You take it to your trainer, and he gives you new moves, and then it ends up becoming like a Mortal Kombat sort of button mashing affair, but not really button mashing because you know you're trying to string together this particular set of moves or whatever, and so fun. I played. I think either last year, or this year, played this one as well, same as The Witcher.
I can't say too much because she'll guess from what I say.
Okay.
She's gonna. I'd be shocked if she doesn't get it.
It's a very, like, you could obviously give away the title pretty easily, but are you going to give her the hints?
No, you give her the hints.
Okay. I shouldn't.
Yeah. She's coming back in the game. Blah, blah, blah.
Hide the chat.
Well, we lost like fucking 6 people because there was no boobs on the screen.
Okay, hide the chat. I'm going to scroll up. I'm not reading anything. There we go. I'm not cheating this time.
You mean you cheated
No,
last time?
I didn't. I just thought I'd say that to fuck with you. Okay.
All right. Resting canines.
Resting. Sleeping dogs.
Yeah.
But I've also played part of Sleeping Dogs,
That's
too.
why I was looking. I'm like, she's gonna guess something. It wasn't that long ago either.
Yeah.
I should have came up with a better hint. That's a dead
I got these shitty hints there. Like that's the advantage of boobs, right? You get all this shit just handed to you.
It was
on fucking
26
plate.
viewers. Now we're back to 28.
See, boobs came back. 2 boobs. And you got 2 more boobs in the chat. There.
2
I'm just joking, guys. I love you guys.
Yeah. Resting
Not as much as
canines.
To be clear, I think to even the playing fields here, I think attractive men get advantages that people like me and Scott don't get. So
I definitely don't get any fucking advantages here. So I don't know what.
I let you buy all the games you want.
Imagine if I was hot. Holy fuck.
How many more games do you want? I already think you're hot, and I let you buy all the games you want. So
I'm gonna keep it real with you, Scott. You got a lady who's into video games. Happy marriage here. Nice game room. She allows you to kind of live your hobby and then live your
do stuff to her.
I knew that's what he was gonna say because I've been with him for a bit.
I mean, you're winning. You're winning.
Oh, I know. I'm lucky man. You're not the first guy to fucking say that to me. That guy's at work there. I'm like, how the fuck do you get a girl like that? And I'm like, I don't know. Lucky. I don't know. Even the
I'm surprised
dog's
you
ass
didn't follow it up with like you should have seen her when she was pregnant or something like that. I feel bad. Pregnant women are beautiful. I'm sorry if you're on our chat. I feel bad.
Debatable.
Yeah. There's nothing beautiful about, like, I didn't even like being pregnant. I'm like, why? I don't want to do this anymore. I literally said, I don't want to do this. And Scott's like, I kind of feel like it's late for that. I did. I said that several times in my pregnancy.
You should have said that like months ago. Yeah.
Do you know what I told him I was pregnant? When we were driving from Moncton to Miramichi to go.
It's a 2-hour drive.
It's a 2-hour drive, and we were going home
on Christmas
Eve. Okay, this is what I found.
First fucking thing in the morning. I think I worked a night shift. Did I not?
No. You worked half a day shift.
Half a day shift?
You did. They let you guys off at noon.
I was laughing then.
Yeah,
anyway,
noon or 3 or something.
We're driving. I'm driving along, and she just looks at me. I'm pregnant.
Like, maybe he'll go off the road.
I almost took the ditch. I said, fuck it. I'm out. Like, well, who the fuck says that? Why pick that timing?
And then when we got to his family's house, because we hadn't told my family yet, which I knew would be all in. Like, my mom and dad were going to be so excited. Yeah. So let's save the best for last because we know how they're going to feel. We told his family. And when I said no to a drink on Christmas Eve,
the jig was up.
No, Owen guessed.
Oh, yeah.
And then when Scott's like, let's just tell everybody, because everybody was in the living room. I'm like, I don't want to. I want to do it. And he's like, yeah, we got to do it. We're going to do it right now. So we went downstairs and like, guys, we have something to tell you. And then they said, oh, you guys are getting married. And I said, no, the other thing. That's literally what I said. And they're like, you're pregnant? I'm like, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
And that's how we broke the news.
When you come in announcing something as a couple, it's got to be one of those two things.
It's one of the two.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So when y'all, when you got pregnant, were y'all together for a while at that point?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think. Alex, well,
7 years? No, more. Because we
It's
got
fucking long
married
time.
11 years in. He was, what, 2.5? Do the math. We're about 8 years in or something like that.
Yeah, around there. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man! Y'all are making it possible out there.
We're trying.
Yeah.
For us.
All right. Well, let's give everybody in the chat an opportunity to ask you some questions here before we wrap it up.
Yeah.
I see fucking viewers falling off quick and fast there with Jen's
No, we
get married
again.
story there.
Oh yeah. She's married fucking in it.
Holy fuck. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
it
man.
started off rough as hell. They're trying to get this shit set up, but I had
We
a
had a
blast.
fun time.
You know, we've been in it for 3 hours and 20 minutes and it went by fast.
It does.
Yeah.
Super good. I mean, I'm really glad y'all had me on. No, I'm a big fan of y'all's.
Same.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we don't ask people on we don't like there, obviously, right? Like you have to sit there and talk to somebody for fucking 3 hours there. I don't like them, you know.
I wouldn't blame you, but it's dude, it's a good time, and y'all are doing the other one November 16th. Something.
No.
13th?
13th.
I think 13th sounds better.
Okay.
Because I know she starts like a steady work schedule like on the second job on the 15th. So I know it's definitely before the 15th. So it is the 13th.
We were going to do the 6th, but there's a big con going on the 6th, and I didn't want to exclude anybody. For
everybody in the chat that's still surviving in the chat there, you guys all realize there, November 13th there, everybody that's been on Get to Know Gamer this entire year will be coming back. We don't know how long the segments would be, but we won't keep them too long. I don't know if it's going to be like a half-hour segment.
Half hour to 45 minutes.
Multiple guests at the same time. We don't know how many we're going to do, if it's going to be 4 or 6 or what. We're going to get a group all on at the same time there, and we'll have questions. We're going to give out some prizes. We're just going to have just a bunch of fun and just kind of like celebrate the fact that I never thought this Get to Know Gamer, I never thought there'd be fucking 30 people watching me there talk about fucking games.
Yeah. Like we just started it with our friends, and then people were like, hey, you gonna do that with other people? I was like, sure.
Yeah.
And then that's how it started. People were like, hey, can I be on that Get to Know Gamer thing? I'm like, yeah.
Well, we weren't asking anybody at first at all. We were waiting to see if anybody was interested. They'd ask us. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was friggin' awesome.
Yeah, I just did my first like Zoom thing. I did it over Zoom. And
yeah, I saw that.
Christ, talk about technical problems. Yeah. Anyways, but it's so fun to you meet these people through YouTube or whatever. It's fun to get together, shoot the shit, talk about games, and yeah. So I want to do that more in the future as well. So
it's a fun time. Dude, it's just like talking with your friends.
Yeah, I don't want to put you on the spot, but if you ever want us on your podcast, whatever, fuck, man, we'd definitely be on there.
Hell yeah, you'd be one of the first people I ask on for sure.
That's awesome.
See, we put him on the spot and he makes it sound nice. Yeah, you're definitely one of the first. Those fuckers, they weaseled their way in.
I got the little Zoom app thing, and then I paid the $14.99 a month or whatever. That way I can report it straight to the phone, because I legitimately refuse. If I end up making money on YouTube, then I'll start learning how to do a computer. But as of doing it for fun, damn iPhone, it's smart.
That is smart, though.
We had the digital SLR because I had been taking pictures.
Yeah, she did photography for us. Yeah,
it was something I had been doing, and so I was like, well, we have it, why not use it? And that's where we were at with it. Yeah, we had the lights too from doing photography. Before the man cave was like really, really big, I would set up Christmas photo shoots down here with whole backdrops and everything and props and stuff. And I did that for a while and made good money over Christmas 2 or 3 years in a row. I'm like,
you're into damn painting?
I'm a jack of all trades. I'm a Jill of all trades.
Fucking, you're like a handyman, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm pretty decent. Or if I can think of it, I can kind of build it. Especially with like carpentry. I've been doing carpentry since I was like a kid, just as a hobby. Yeah. Now I'm getting more. I'll start dabbling there. I got myself a welder, and I'll fuck around with metal stuff too. And I always work on my vehicle. So yeah, I'm kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's dope. I am absolutely freaking not on either end. It's really, how some people like, I'm good at art. My left side of the brain works, my right side doesn't. Neither side of my brain.
Consistent.
You're selling yourself short.
Yeah. Dude, you are very, very like
Well spoken
there, and you're when I watch you, it's like a podcast or
like I don't know how he remembers that shit about games without writing it down, because that's what I need to do.
Sound like an idiot, and Jen chops out as much as she can to kind of make me sound like I at least played the game there. You know.
No, I chop my shit up too. I keep the gameplay rolling over it usually, so sometimes it kind of flows together better. But yeah. No, I guarantee you, anybody out there that is, they play games, they think they can get on and just go, you can't. It's just fucking hard. You can put 80 hours into something, you get in front of a camera, and it's like,
I forgot everything.
Yeah, it's almost like the spotlight on there and pressured on there. But then I could sit here and just shoot the shit with like, me, you, and Dennis, and like talk all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then we put the camera on me, and still now, even after 2 years of doing this, it's still like I'll have a thought and it just kind of completely goes away.
Yeah, you can play a game for 70 hours and be like, that guy in that game, the dude, the main guy, and you're like, I just fucking played it for 70 hours.
What was it? I'll give you a second there and I'll have to think. And of course,
I don't know how many of that we have. We're like, what's that word I'm looking for? You're looking for and you couldn't think of it, and now I just told you. Like, that's sometimes the stupidest stuff.
Something I've really figured out is I'll start a sentence without any idea of where it's going to go, and I'll just pause for a second. But that starting that sentence for just a second makes it people like kind of think that you know where you're going. So you lead them in, and then you pause for a second, collect yourself, and then go. It's really helpful. I Colin Cowherd, the dude from ESPN, he's now with Fox. I know he'll go silent and just sit in that silence for a second while he's thinking of what to say next. I was like, damn, how do you do that and not feel uncomfortable? But when you start kind of getting used to it, you're like, oh, this is how normal people talk. Normal people don't just go boom, 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 boom. But YouTube, you're kind of conditioned to that scripted format because most people write scripts for their stuff.
Most of them script. I can't. I can't. I was never good in like any kind of language arts at school. There, I'm an idiot.
We've tried to do a scripted thing with Scott, and it was horrible. Borderline.
I can't
hilarious.
write, and it was terrible. So
it was hilarious, though. It was good for comedy.
Off the cusp, I just wing it.
Yeah, and I think that viewers are willing to give people a little leeway when they can tell they're just winging it. They're like, hey, they're just talking, man. They're not trying to give you a damn IGN Metacritic stamp. They're just shooting.
Exactly. Yeah. See, when you said you start a sentence, you take a second to collect yourself, and then you carry on. I'll start a sentence and I'll go, oh shit. I'm sitting here in front of the camera, looking at the camera, going, oh shit. I don't even know where I'm going with this. Let's hope it comes together in the end. We'll see. And whatever I don't get to come together in the end, I'm like, snip, snip, bye, Felicia. And I just cut that shit out.
Dude, 100%.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. A thing I noticed as well, if you're doing something by yourself, especially if it's unscripted, you're looking at the camera, you will freak if it's like pointing back at you, you will freak yourself the fuck out. Because the thing that's so wild is you're talking and you'll see yourself in reflection forget what the hell you're talking about. It's a double dose of like, oh my God, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
Yes. It does help to have that other person in the room, because if you can't stare there and talk at the camera, then you can be like, okay, I'll talk to you. But you can totally be staring at the camera and go, you're fucking terrifying. I don't want to do this anymore. And we have a friend that's like, he keeps saying he's going to start his YouTube channel, but he's like, I can't with the camera. Hard. It's hard.
I couldn't do this by myself. I know I couldn't. I thought at first when I had the idea, it'd be cool to start a YouTube channel. It was for me and my son, and that was difficult there. And I know your first videos, everybody sucks and all that, but I know I could not sit in front of the camera by myself. I know it now after 2 years. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. It's a lot.
It's difficult. I think the thing that I've just kind of gotten used to the format, and of course this is way cooler to me. Like if I could do this,
it's so much fun.
Yeah, this is so fun. If I could do this every day, I would happily do that. But the reality is, with scheduling and all that shit, there's no way that I'm going to be able to, like, y'all are a couple and it makes it seamless there. But
exactly.
Yeah, to schedule a guest for this day and this day, I know that there's no way to do it. And
it's impossible.
I'd like to bring some friends on and shit, but that comes down to the tech issues with I got a damn Blue Yeti mic plugged into a adapter thing connected to my phone. I don't know how to share it. Am I just going to pass this fucking Blue Yeti to some idiot?
Yes, I'd love to see that.
That'd be awesome.
I might do it, man. Fuck it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. I think that would be awesome. And I would love to, I'd love to see what your friends have to say about certain things. Like, it would just give that extra level to, like, who you are.
Yeah.
Right?
There's always a deer in the headlights there for somebody that's not used to being in front of the camera. You put them in front of the camera first time, they can get quiet fast.
Which makes sense, dude. I mean, it's really freaking difficult. But before we cut this off, Modane, Birmingham, I have to make a visit to Birmingham sometime soon. I will definitely.
Okay. I was like, this must be an Alabama thing because I don't understand what's going on. When you're going to head to the ham? And I was like, I don't know what that means.
I like ham.
I like it in my potato salad. Mountain, we'll answer the questions here and then we'll release you from the shackles of Get to Know Gamer.
Yep.
What are the house prices in your neighborhood like? Oh shit, they've gone up.
Everything's like,
I don't know
dramatically gone up, like badly here over the last
been bad.
6 months.
Like our house, just for instance, would have sold 2 years ago probably about $240.
Probably.
Our house now would probably sell for closer to $350 and upwards. It went ridiculous. I don't even know. We have a lot of people coming from out of province buying
coming from
houses
Ontario into New Brunswick, and Moncton is like the city kind of to go to.
Yeah.
And there was bidding wars on houses. Like somebody would ask, let's say $250 for their home, and they would end up selling it for like $270.
No, if not
more.
More.
Like it was nuts here for like probably 3 or 4 months.
And then for a little while, they weren't even showing houses to people who lived in province. They weren't allowing let them see it unless they already went through their clients that were looking for houses for out of province because they knew they could sell them for more and get a higher commission.
Yeah.
So it was ridiculous.
There was a wild article that I read a while back because I'm into real estate investments and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And there was I believe the company is called BlackRock. I don't want to like specify the name and call someone out in the wrong way, but like this company was just buying up like ridiculous, like 40 homes in a neighborhood and paying double what each one was worth. And I don't know, man, shit like that just sketches me out. I'm like, what are you doing? What is this corporation's involvement with is that normal? I don't know enough about it.
Are you laundering money at that point?
Yeah.
To me, like that type of shit, I'm like, oh, is this about to be some type of artificial inflation or something like that to where people can't get houses? And I don't know.
Yeah.
That happens with games.
Oh,
there's artificial inflation.
Happens with everything, I think.
Yeah, that WADA shit, that's wild.
Oh, yeah. Some people are covering that like that's their only thing on their channel now. And I'm like, I can't watch that because I know there's some sketchy shit going on there and I can't go down that rabbit hole. I can't.
Yeah. Anytime there's that amount of money involved, it gets sketchy.
It does.
Yeah.
Very.
People get into the whole political thing and shit. I'm like, dude, that's a lot of money involved. None of them people are good people. None of them.
Yeah, exactly. No. I don't think you get rich by being a good person.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
There's a high percentage of, definitely not.
Yeah. For Egg, out of the consoles you play the most, what is your favorite game for those consoles?
All right. PS4 is probably what I've played the most of in like the last, 10 years. So I'd say, shit, man, Red Dead Redemption 2 or The Witcher 3. I don't know which one. Original Xbox. I haven't finished KOTOR yet. I really enjoyed what I played of that. I loved Half-Life 2, but I guess that'd be more considered a PC game. Let's go. I think Half-Life 2 is exclusive to the Xbox, so let's go with that. I mean, obviously, I don't think it came to PS2. I could be wrong on that, but
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think you are.
Right, but I'm not 100%.
The Switch, I play a little bit. My favorite game on the Switch right now is probably No More Heroes 3. It's really good.
Okay.
Wow.
Came out this year, really fun. Xbox Series X, Psychonauts 2 isn't exclusive, but it would be that. I think of that as an Xbox game because Double Fine's owned by Microsoft. But
Yeah.
maybe like the indie game Lake, where you're driving around as the mail carrier delivering mail.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that is.
Sometimes it's surprising games that you didn't like. You're also surprised by. You're like, I guess I really like this.
Yeah.
So PS5, I'd have to go Ratchet and Clank or Resident Evil 8. We'll go Ratchet and Clank since it's exclusive, and then for 360, Mass Effect 1 was I believe Mass Effect 1 was exclusive, and then 2 was the first game that wasn't exclusive in the Mass Effect trilogy.
Okay.
So, say Mass Effect for the 360.
Okay.
Nice.
PS1, Resident Evil 2. PS2, probably Grand Theft Auto San Andreas or Metal Gear Solid 2. One of these games right here. GameCube, RE4, and yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Those are all friggin' fantastic games. If you guys go to buy a new game and it's out for all the new system, which system are you buying it for? PS5, Xbox Series X, or Switch? I'm an Xbox fanboy all the way.
I'm not a console fanboy, whatever. Like, I like all of them. One thing about Xbox that I don't like at all is you have to have internet connection to boot up the console. You know what I mean? And
yes.
If a game, I believe if it's on the Series X only, it'll run just off the physical disc. But if it's Xbox One and Series X, you have to get the update to be able to play it, I think.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And so that's why I only collect physical PS5, because I know that I'll be able to pop it in and play it on the PS5. That's something else that I don't think gets enough credit. Sony, once again, completely offline friendly, 100%.
That's awesome.
That is awesome, yeah.
See, I
knew the issue with the Xbox. I heard about that, but I wasn't sure if Sony was doing the same stuff or not.
Yeah.
Line ever.
I talk about it all the time, how much I love the PS4, but I think we've been playing more of the Xbox Series X, but we don't have the internet connectivity issues.
Well, we're always connected.
And I love that we already have, like, we got the Xbox Series X. Controller came with it. My mom got us one for Christmas, and then we automatically had extra controllers because you can use your Xbox One controllers.
Yep.
So where we like to play a lot of couch co-op,
it automatically goes in that machine. It
became kind of that go-to machine where you could, play with your friends.
Yeah, and I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on the Series X at all.
No. Yeah,
I think that what Microsoft and Xbox is doing with Game Pass is probably the most consumer-friendly thing this industry has seen in a long ass time. I think that their commitment to buying up new studios and going in that direction and giving their fans consistent games,
that's going to be good.
Mind-blowing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I totally get where you're coming from. If I can't pop in a game and play it, and a lot of the world, more than we realize, has this issue, then you're really excluding a large portion of gamers by doing that. So that is, bad practice.
I get a little bit frustrated. You hear like the term inclusivity thrown around all the time. And then a lot of the practices don't indicate that at all. Like internet requirements are inherently that's an exclusive right that only certain sections of humanity even have.
That's true.
In definition, that is not inclusive at all.
No, exactly. I agree 100%. And I would be frustrated if I had to deal with that. It would be
that'd be terrible.
Damn near impossible to enjoy gaming at some points. You'd just be like, I can't even today because I know I can't play it and I really want to. It would be frustrating.
Yeah, it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. I'm gonna start up the Retro Rivals UK fan club. You do it, and then we'll come over and we'll cut the ribbon or something. I don't know.
Come over and drink all your beer.
We'll come over and drink all beer. Dude, missed the N64 controllers. Got the Sega ones though. Jen's into many artistic endeavors. I am. I'll do like it. You could come home one day and see me making a painting or tiling the floor. Like, we don't know. Or I've done some I've dabbled in some electrical. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to change that whole light myself.
You're not afraid to try.
I'm not afraid to try anything. Yeah.
I think if everybody could take a page out of your book like that, I'm not afraid to try it and to see what you can actually do.
Better if I try.
Yeah.
Like, one year for doing photography, I was like, I need a little bench. So I was like, fuck it, I'll build one. And I need a little sled, and I couldn't find one. I was like, I'll build that too.
Yep.
So I built them and I stained them, and they turned out really good.
Yep.
So I was like, I can do it if I try.
You're spot on, dude. That trait,
try.
That trait of just like, fuck it, I'm gonna give it a go, is such a good trait. I wish I had that. I'm such a bitch. I will not try new things hardly ever. It's
now, see, the older I get, I'm like, well, what's more important, my time or my money? Because I'm at the point where I'm like working too much. So it's like, I'll just throw some money at it. Sometimes I'll do that.
Now,
but
before it's time.
Yeah, I almost said on a video one time that I have more money than I have time, and I was like, okay, whoa, don't say that.
Don't say that.
So arrogant, but it like not trying to be cocky, but I think y'all might agree too. It's time is a little bit more important than money to me right now, and
you can't buy time.
Yeah, I'll happily buy your game. Will I finish it? I don't know. If it's clicking with me, I'll finish it. If not, I don't care about throwing that 30, 20, 10, whatever dollars away at all.
But it's already gone.
It's already gone.
You can't get it back.
Yeah.
But it's like time. When you throw away money and you're like, well, it's already gone. It's not affecting me now. But when you throw away the time, you're like, fuck, I could have done so many more things with that time.
I heard a quote, and I'll butcher it, but somebody had said the richest fucking person in the world, when it comes to the last second there, they can't buy another one.
No.
Bingo.
You can't. You're down to your last breath there. You can't buy another second.
That's a good ass quote. That's so true.
Yeah. Ninja Trader, I love you guys so much. Can I come up to Canada and drink beer with you guys?
Fuck yeah.
We have 5 taps we used to have 6, but for the purpose of making it better in the Keys, Scott, pared down to 5.
Yeah, more user-friendly.
So we have 5 beer taps. You're more than welcome. There's no shortage of beer. I just turned on Back for Blood, and they record user chat. That sucks.
Oh, yeah?
Man.
Shit.
That's another whole different realm, the data collection and data mining and all so intrusive, and I hate that, man. That sucks.
Yeah. Oh, I freeze and forget everything in front of the camera, and it's so you don't think you will. You're looking at it, you're like, I got this, and then you press record, and you're like,
there's millions of people that go on YouTube and watch videos every day, and fuck, that's easy. That's easy.
Yeah.
So when you go and do it,
it's harder.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe I suck at it.
No, it is. You have to develop it. It's something you develop.
I think so, yeah.
I'm a natural rambler. I just fucking don't shut up, and it's hard for me. It really is. If it can shut up someone who doesn't shut up much, then it's hard.
Yeah,
I'm the opposite. I'm more of a quiet person.
Yeah. You sometimes I'm like, could you please speak up? Because I am so loud that I have to, every piece of your audio.
Maybe I speak normally and somebody else is loud.
Maybe we have to bump down my audio. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's easier.
Oh, Mountain knows about BlackRock, and a couple other people are saying, yeah, BlackRock.
Yeah, weird. I would highly recommend anyone that is into real estate or trying to get into real estate, probably fucking hold off a little while.
Yeah, not right now, not during a pandemic. You know what pisses me off? This is so random. I can't get garden vegetable cream cheese at the grocery store anymore. And I don't know how COVID took away garden vegetable cream cheese, but it did. And I'm pissed.
She's filing a complaint.
I should write a nasty email or something.
The most infuriating thing in the world, you'll go to a store and they're telling you, because of COVID, we're what are you talking? I mean, I get it. Some people out there aren't vaccinated. Cool, do what you do. But
yeah,
we're at a point now where like we can start kind of resuming to some form of normal shit.
We're going to have to eventually.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't care which side of the political realm you lie on, but
I don't give a fuck. I actually stopped going on social media. Like I've dropped my Facebook there. I don't go on it. And it's wing nuts on both sides of the fence, and I just got fucking so sick of it. It was making me miserable.
yeah.
I deleted my shit too. I can't take it. It's laughable how just brainwashed both sides are. But if you're at Walmart and you're telling me that something is still affected, and especially in my area, we've been open since damn February 2020. These people in Alabama are batshit crazy. They don't give a shit about. They're out running around in hurricanes. These people are fucking nutcases. So COVID hasn't affected a ton in my area. And well, it has. It's been horrible for people that got it. But in terms of like stores telling you, oh, we're still impacted by COVID, it's like, motherfucker, y'all have had full staffs for the last 24 months. You people don't even know it exists.
It's becoming the excuse.
Oh yeah, it's definitely the excuse
for everything. Really, it's frustrating.
It drives me crazy.
It was wild here. Like a month or so ago, we got hit with that Delta shit real bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man, this is when I had to get off Facebook because I re-downloaded Facebook like a fucking moron, and I'm seeing like people every day that I know dying from this thing, and I'm like, what in the fuck happened here? Because I mean, the regular COVID was rough and all that, but that damn other variant, what the hell happened with that? That shit was crazy down here.
I know. Yeah. It was crazy here too, but I can't even say crazy.
We don't have the numbers.
We will tell you numbers, and you'll be like, yeah, that's average day, like a good day here. And I'm like, yeah, well, New Brunswick closed down everything. They just closed it down.
They were like too safe.
Yeah, we were too safe.
Yeah, we broke some type of record in Alabama, the place I live at, or nearby the place I live at. They had to send down like different medical teams and shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Spooky. I drove because I drive all the time for work, and I had to drive by the hospital. There was a line of motherfuckers outside the emergency room, just a line of people. I was like, okay, that's definitely wild.
See, this is what Alabama's doing. I'm gathering from what I'm hearing. You lose one arm, they're like, you got another arm. Yeah. We're in New Brunswick. We're putting people in bubbles, and they fall down and they scratch their knee, and they're like, fucking shut them all down. We can't do it. That's the difference. And I'm like, good Lord, could there be a happy medium, please?
Yeah.
Like, just
I see
Pac-Man.
Yeah.
I see that too.
Yeah, I see a few people saying hi, Pac-Man. How's it going there, buddy?
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's definitely Alabama's the rub some dirt on it. It is that state through and through for sure.
Yeah. We need somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, we need something.
Yeah.
We need something.
Yeah.
I just don't understand.
Are we all caught up in the chat?
We are all caught up. I mean,
I think we should have throw out a safe word right about now. We're approaching 4 hours.
My bad.
Not your bad.
Oh, not.
This is like normal for us
this
now.
This is just normal. We have a good time.
Yeah, get rambling.
Being loud runs in my family. That's accurate. That's accurate. She's family. She knows. She knows. I get it on both sides though. It's Oh, Jesus Christ.
Shout out.
I just ignore him when he says stuff like that, and then I laugh.
Too bad. We like all our views are picking up now, and we're leaving. Isn't that crazy? Maybe everybody had to go out for beer. They ran out of beer because we're too long.
Yeah, I had enough beer for this.
All right. Well, Jen's gonna get back to you and schedule your time for November 13th, along with everybody else. And
this is his way of reminding me on a live stream, so I do it.
Yep. I think almost everybody has confirmed. There's like maybe 3 channels that are like, we have to let you know closer to it. But
and I understand that. But there's like, you want to make sure
21 channels or something like that in total. So she's gonna be a big shebang.
Gonna
have a good time there.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah. Oh, us too. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be different than what we usually do because we're just gonna ask some questions and shoot the shit. So we're thinking up a strategy of how to get lots of like neat ideas for questions and do the giveaways and run this all without technical issues. And,
Oh my god.
Like, I don't care if you guys have it on your end, but I can't fuck up on my end. Or I won't even go to bed that night. I'll just be like, I'm sitting on the couch and cry.
I'm just gonna get some like I'll just get some Apple headphones that has like the little speaker, but
there you go.
That way I just don't fuck this up royally.
I don't think there's any way of fucking it
up.
No. Anyway, I'm good. Jen will never say goodbye.
I'm not good at it.
I work tomorrow. I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody. I appreciate you, buddy, coming in, joining us there, and everybody in the chat. Definitely, I would assume most of you guys are already subscribed, but if not, go check them out.
Yes, please.
Jen will probably pop a link in the description later on, maybe like tomorrow.
I already have it.
Oh, it's already in there?
I
way ahead of the game.
Preloaded already in there.
Go check them out. And thank you, everybody. And we will see you in how many weeks? We'll see you guys next time on November 13th.
Yes.
Oh, cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me so much.
All right.
Yes,
we appreciate it. Thank you for coming.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.